play. Hi, Ben. Happy Thanksgiving. Ah, yes, a little bit of Thanksgiving joy. Ladies, thank you very much. Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Usually enough, this is me speaking. This is Tom. Thank you very much for asking. Chick McGee, a little bit under the weather today. Now, you're probably saying, sure, the Washington Football Club did not win last evening.
They didn't?
No, they did not.
Oh.
And largely because of the efforts of one Saquon Barkley.
Barkley.
There you go. And we have a letter. They lost. We'll get to that coming up. But first, introductions. There's Joshy right there. It's Josh Arnold at Sidekick Headquarters USA.
Hello.
Sidekick Headquarters, of course, sponsored every day, this day, by Steven Singer Jewelers.
I'll tell you a little bit about him in a few minutes.
Okay. I can assure you that the greatest gift for Thanksgiving, besides some really good mashed potatoes and gravy, would be something from Steven Singer Jewelers. We'll tell you where to do that and how to present that gift. It usually involves stuffing it in mashed potatoes. Once again, if they're earrings, please leave them in the case. Let's see. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Yeah, don't cook them inside the bird. That would be bad.
Would be.
They'd probably survive. I mean, they
probably would.
Certainly would.
The box might have a problem.
Oh, yeah, that might be bad. Yeah, good point. It's like making sure when you get that little baggie inside your turkey.
Yeah.
You ever cooked those in there?
I have not, fortunately.
A lot of people have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's real bad now that they've shifted those to plastic. So reach inside your bird and take those out. Mm-hmm. By the way, those new birds you're supposed to cook frozen.
Yeah?
Do you read about?
Yeah, I do remember that story.
Yeah, they don't have the bag of stuff inside them. It's because they're designed to be thrown in the oven a while. In any event, we're getting off topic. There's Pat Godwin. I can see him. He's got his guitar ready for some great new songs.
I do.
You have some new stuff today, I understand.
Yeah, Headless
Really?
Body. Oh, that's a fun one. That's a great one. Yeah.
Headless Body coming up in the news.
Yikes.
Yeah. Down in Florida.
Not really a headless body. It's just a head.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a bodiless head.
That's a bodiless head.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's no body yet.
Headless body'd be cool.
We'd rather have the headless body than just the head.
Well, they're both pretty terrifying.
Yeah, which is harder to identify, do you think, for the...
Well, you've got teeth with the head. You've got fingerprints with the body.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you don't have everybody's fingerprints, whereas dental records are going to have.
Really?
Don't you think? Dental records are more likely. It depends, I guess, what,
If you have an iPhone, they have your fingerprints.
There we go.
Do you use the fingerprint thing to open your iPhone?
Of course. It's so easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if you were paranoid.
You do?
You didn't do that.
You do?
Yeah. I type in my code.
Oh, you don't use your finger?
Wait a minute.
Your face?
I'm sorry. I am face. Yeah.
You use the face code?
Yes.
I don't use that because it doesn't work with sunglasses on. And whenever I'm driving, and
Oh, okay. I don't use my phone when I'm driving.
oh, so it's
Oh, very good.
Well, how do you think I text? Let's see. There's Jeff Oskey. He's sitting in for Chick McGee.
That's right.
And then we have a special edition of the Failed to Mention News today from Mr. Oskey, coming from, of all places, the Sports Desk. Of course, the Dude Wipes Sports Desk. And we'll have some Dude Wipes news coming up today. Quick update. The latest on the monkeys at the research facility in South Carolina. Last evening, there were still 8 of them out there. Yep. There's still 8 of them loose.
Still 8.
The Elite 8.
Real quick, on your iPhone, using your face or your fingerprint to get into it. Fellas, don't do that. While you're sleeping, your lady can unlock your phone and go through your phone. So always put a number code. Just a little hint from... there's lots of TikToks and stuff of ladies going up and putting their phone against their sleeping man's thumb or scanning his face to get into his phone.
Let me ask you this. Would you be concerned about that?
I wouldn't.
I mean,
My lady can go through my phone. I'm the most boring person ever.
Yeah.
I have like 80,000 pictures of my girls.
Yeah.
And by my girls, I mean my daughters and, actually my boys, my dogs. And then there's a handful of pictures of Willie and
You
Sam.
don't have pictures of boys.
I don't have pictures of my genitalia,
Okay.
I have never understood that. I mean, what is it? The male member not especially attractive?
No.
In my mind, I mean, do you find that arousing at all,
I told
Christy?
you, I've never had anybody send me one of those.
Oh, jeez.
My lady,
Christy.
when she was single, would get a lot of those.
Really?
And what she would like to do was she would take them and put them and draw on them and put like googly eyes and like a afro haircut on the head and then send it back to the guy.
That's funny.
And we went through a bunch of them. They were hilarious. You know, they'd have them sitting on a beach with a pina colada or whatever and then send it back to the guy.
Wow. Ace, have you ever taken a picture of the?
A, I have your voice from last Friday, and B, no.
Ace has gotten it, huh? The laryngitis guy.
I had a tickle for 2 days, and then this morning at 3
And
o'clock.
now Chick has it. Well,
Ace,
I wonder where people could have gotten him from.
Yeah, I wonder what the epicenter was.
Ace, I didn't think your voice could sound any sexier, but I was wrong. I didn't get near Chick. How did I give it to him?
No,
Get near him.
never impressed me.
French kissing him.
All we do is sit in a small room and breathe.
We're in a vault.
This is not a small room. Josh, you're new to radio. This is the largest radio studio in the country.
Right.
No, I've seen plenty of radio studios, and you're right. This is, respectively, this is larger, but we're still breathing each other's air.
We don't get to open a window, is what he's saying.
I'm saying don't come in sick anymore.
I wasn't. I'm not
I
sick.
feel great, but I just...
Oh, my gosh, you have it bad.
Wow.
Poor guy.
With the Ace Cosby joke of the day, I hope it involves JFK Jr. You'll be able to imitate him. What do you
Start
mean?
calling in.
Should we do it now?
He makes Diane Rehm look articulate.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, they're both articulate. They just have a crazy voice.
That's because he's so healthy. Let's see now. We'll check in with the sporting scene. I did mention the victory of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles?
So
Eager
close. I
Eagles?
was so close to getting it. The Philadelphia Eagles over the Washington Football Club. Do you have any details on that?
Saquon Barkley
Juan Barkley.
rushed for 146 yards and 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and the Philadelphia Eagles stretched their lead in the NFC East with a 26-18 win over the Washington Commanders.
No, can I read a letter here?
You may.
Maybe I should wait. Dear Bob and Tom Show, Dateline, my house, 9 p.m. Eastern Time last evening. I decided I would play a drinking game that consisted every time Saquon Barkley was mentioned, I would take a drink of beer. The game started 45 minutes ago. I'm seven beers deep and currently hammered.
I bet.
I can't wait to wake up and turn on your show and listen to you guys.
With a headache.
Oh, this poor guy. That was what, like barely into the second quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy's got to be hurting. Saquon Barkley.
Juan Barkley.
But that was done a lot of lack of enthusiasm. Josh didn't even
Caught us off
participate.
guard. Man.
Well, I was the only one that participated the first time.
That's
yeah,
true.
absolutely. He was on it.
I may have to cough your direction. My voice seems to be going back away again.
Power of prayer.
Take the weekend off.
A couple quick things. Be sure to check in with our contest, bobandtom.com/contest, week 11, for your shot at that Steven Singer Jewelers gift certificate. It's very important. We certainly would like it if you could win that. We talked with Joe Frschetti. He is so far ahead of the Chickster in the shoe-in of the week because he picked the Philadelphia Eagles in that game last night.
He's an Eagles fan, too.
Yeah, and it was. I think the spread. I believe Washington was only was getting 3.5 points. As they say, that's not enough. But you could be a big winner too for that gift certificate. Right now, people often ask me if I'm kidding about this. This is one of my favorite gifts. Every year I do this because my brothers and my sister, they don't live anywhere near me. And I have lots of friends that live in other cities. And if you want to get them a nice gift, this is the perfect gift. And the big secret of this gift is it's really easy. Omaha Steaks is what I'm talking about. You send them a box of Omaha Steaks. It's a beautiful thing, and they're going to think of you every time they dive into those steaks. Now, if you do have friends that live in town or brothers and sisters and you want to give them a nice gift, be sure to give them the kind of steaks you like and just make sure that the card says, invite me over when it's steak time. Tell me more about those steaks, Josh.
I would love to. You're not just delivering them steak, you're delivering them comfort and joy. That's right. There's nothing like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks.
God bless a rare cooked sirloin and a filet mignon.
Not bad.
Potatoes au gratin and then caramel apple tartlets for dessert.
Don't forget the lasagna. They're
And
not hot dogs. You'd think we rehearsed this.
That was wonderful, gentlemen.
What were you going to go with? I was going to go. The hot dogs are really Frank's.
Great. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because they're better than hot dogs.
They are. That's why they call them Jumbo Franks.
Yes.
They are not your average hot dog. They're so much better. Make sure that whatever gift package you get that's been curated by the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks includes the jumbo dogs. And I say throw on a few extra as well. Plus that meat lovers lasagna. They're not necessarily part of some of those gift packages, but it's a perfect add-on. What a wonderful winter meal. 5 generations of experience have helped make Omaha Steaks deliver the world's best steak experience consistently. And right now, they've made it super easy. You can get curated gift packages starting at $89.99. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more. Save 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, that's right, there's more than that. Bob and Tom listeners, that's you. You'll get an extra $30 off when you plug in the promo code BTS. And another deal, yes, $30 reward cards are yours when you shop early. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com. You're going to get an extra $30 off with promo code BTS. Minimum purchase may apply. Visit omahasteaks.com for details. Our song is not currently available on the website, but I think we might have to make that.
OMAHA.com. It's Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's Omaha Steaks. With this, we got this, Pat. We'll have to finish this off. It's a great gift, and don't forget the lasagna. Coming up, Christy Lee, you got a body? No.
We have a head with no body.
A head with no body.
Yes,
I ain't got nobody. Nobody.
We got guinea pigs in the news grilled up for you, and we have a hair freezing contest that got canceled. We'll tell you why.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Did they cancel it because it was a hair freezing contest?
Maybe.
Yeah, sadly, hair in the head, sadly.
Yeah.
And also coming up, we have we're going to wrap up a couple of stories we've been looking at for the last several weeks. So please bear with us and join us. We'll have a very good time. And once again, the missing monkey count currently 8. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
What are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes. Gah.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are live in the Napa Auto Parts studio. Got a little surprise coming for you here.
Okay.
Surprise for the...
Performing cats.
It's not performing cats. Is the surprise ready? You bring them on in there.
I'm holding my breath.
Now, Chad Daniels, comedian, joins us in the studio.
Neither am I.
I don't want to look.
Along with Chick McGee, Josh Arnold. This is Tom speaking. The lady of the house, Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Is it the real Aruba Ray?
It is not the real
No, I
Aruba
haven't.
Ray.
I know what it is.
Is it the backwards singer?
Oh, no.
It's not the backwards singer. I've brought in a...
I mean, hey,
Hi.
that's That's great.
I have brought in a.
Now listen to how he
Fabulous,
pronounces this, Chad. Listen.
Now, this is a real rock and roll cat here. You can see he's got the tattoos, just like you, Chad.
Got the Rush T-shirt on.
Wearing a Rush T-shirt. He's got a beard like he's a waiter at a hip restaurant. Kind of a.
I do that on the side.
Kind of a super hip looking mega goatee, nice head of hair, big stash, and you know what he's carrying in his. What do you know what that is, Chad?
It looks like the gun from Mission Impossible 5 that they snuck into the orchestra.
That's right.
That is a bassoon.
Bassoon.
A bassoon. And I bring this up because the other day I was in a restaurant.
That's not how you were pronouncing it.
Bassoon.
Bassoon.
You were saying bassoon.
Is that what you were saying?
Bassoon.
Bassoon.
Okay, bassoon.
Thank you.
Do you say it again?
Bassoon.
Bassoon, not ba.
Right.
Bassoon. Okay, bassoon.
Are there any famous rock songs that feature the bassoon?
Was it? What is it?
Wait a second.
Oh my God!
I'm kind of stumped.
Oh, wait a second.
All right, there are at least 5 other
There's
bassoons.
a Smokey Robinson tune.
Oh, okay.
Four.
That's got
Tears of a Clown?
Tears of a Clown.
We have just had. We have just.
right at the beginning. Tears of a Clown. Yeah.
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 We've just had 4 other bassoon artists enter the room. Is a bassoon player referred to as a bassoonist?
Bassoonist.
Bassoonist.
Wow, so there are now 5 bassoonists here.
Are those all the same size bassoons?
No.
When do you want me there? Bassoonist.
Now I know as a former clarinet player, there's also a bass clarinet.
Right, are there alto bassoons and bass bassoons? And
Yes, there's contrabassoon.
What does that mean?
Twice the size of this.
You have to
Plays
smuggle them.
about the lowest note of the
Yeah, exactly. The contrabassoons
The
are smuggled,
contrabassoon, yeah,
as Christy
smuggled.
just brilliantly said.
If this happened in a high school, they'd lock it down.
Pablo Escobar was
I'm not even
a
kidding you.
contrabassoonist.
I can actually bring one of those in sometimes.
Okay.
Once again, this is the Rock E Bassoon Quintet. Rocky Bassoon. Oh, there's more. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Rocky Bassoon. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Take it, Josh.
Hey, it is the Bob and Tom Show. We don't really do intros at this point. Here you go, Tom.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm over here I'm just trying to catch up
Can I
on.
say something real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
I have a friend who has just gotten back from the bars in Maui, and they're all watching us on YouTube, so I'd like to say hi to Chris.
Aloha.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be great to be going home from a bar right now in Maui? Come
It's
on.
midnight there. Wait a
Like
minute.
in the dead of winter?
Is it
there?
midnight or 1? They don't go on.
Dead of winter.
They don't go on. They don't switch from daylight time, do they?
March there.
I don't have any idea. It's March there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, from our
Why they call
staff,
November the Hawaiian Spring.
Mike Mark's wife is in Japan right now.
Right, she is.
She's in Japan, so I think it's yesterday there. No, wait a minute. It's tomorrow. Okay.
Probably not quite. Well, yeah, maybe.
Is it tomorrow?
I have no idea. I've never been to Asia.
You know, we know nothing about this. We should be in the government.
No, yeah, because I would have to. It could be tomorrow. If not, it's almost.
Once again, they're looking for the escaped primates. I've got the.
I have the update.
How do you pronounce this place?
It's
Tennessee.
Yemassee?
No,
Is it
no.
Yemassee?
Yemassee. 8 monkeys remain free from the group that broke out of South Carolina.
Yemassee, 4 of them right over there, Josh.
Yemassee, 2 on that tree.
43 rhesus macaques escaped from the Alpha Genesis facility in Yosemite. Yeah, see, you've got me doing
Yosemite, say it right.
No, Yemassee earlier this month after an employee did not fully lock their enclosure.
You mean ex-employee.
Yeah.
It's south of Charleston.
Isn't that, let me just say this. Isn't that like day one? Make sure to lock this door.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are believing
And
this
then you
story?
lock this door. And then you lock this
you
door.
think they
You guys
got
are
out?
buying that excuse. I don't think they let them out on purpose.
But-
I think the monkeys figured out how to get out.
Well, that could be.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
they've been being trained. They're so smart. They were able to break out of their enclosures, and someone unlocked the door.
They waited till a new employee
Yes.
came. And
Yes.
They knew they'd
They hired somebody that morning.
she or he would get blamed.
Yeah, blame it on Mondor. He looks like a real rube.
Right.
3 more rhesus macaques were recaptured outside the facility this week. The primates have been lured back with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, among other treats.
That would get me back.
And then Officer Daryl Fromson says the good news is they've recovered most of the ones that have been infected with Ebola.
Oh, none of them have Ebola. Don't even say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's COVID-20
No, they don't have any diseases.
yet.
Oh my God.
And they're macaque monkeys.
They fell
Yeah,
for the
they're
peanut
macaques.
butter out in the woods?
Yeah,
Just a peanut butter sandwich out in the woods?
They're hungry.
Well, that's how we get Josh to come out of the bathroom on those mornings when he's in there. Josh, we've got a peanut butter and jelly out here for you, Joshy boy.
I'm not full of what kind of jelly?
It's strawberry jam, your favorite.
No, it isn't, but I'll take it.
What is your favorite?
Grape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Grape jelly or?
For peanut butter and jelly sandwich, grape.
Oh, yeah.
The Concord? Concord grape?
Love the Concord grape.
Oh, all right.
Is there any other kind of grape?
Concord's the fastest.
There's a green grape?
Well, not jelly. You do a green grape jelly?
No, don't you?
There's a great song called Green Jelly.
What? It's
green jelly.
It's Green Onions.
Oh, yeah, it is the band, yeah.
Green Onions, I think is the great green song.
What other good green songs are
It's not easy being green.
Little Green Bag, that's a good one.
God didn't make little green apples.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, God. That's awful.
What about that green?
Green. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I might have that wrong.
Yeah, that's the Green Party. They're the regular communists. Now, we have to review some of the things we've learned this week. But first, Pat, did you want to debut one of your new songs?
Sure. We were just talking about it first break.
Oh, what were we talking about?
The phone thing?
Yeah.
I know we were talking about. Mr. Oskey mentioned that I guess there's some TikTok thing. If you were concerned about what's on your phone, we get all these letters during sexy time. I was looking at my boyfriend's phone and I found all these letters. Yeah, I've got nothing interesting on my phone, but I guess people want to look at your phone. So what's this thing? How does this work, Jeff?
Well, they just scan your face because they have the face unlock or the thumbprint unlock instead of like putting in your number code.
Mm-hmm.
11/21/78.
So your eyes,
Is that it?
Oh, wait.
your eyes can be closed, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then they can start leafing through your whatever your social media, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I've also seen it happen during traffic stops with drug dealers.
Oh,
the cops will use that to unlock their phone and go through their phone.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah. While they're handcuffed, they'll just put their phone up to their thumb.
Remember that movie, The Big Sick? That great movie Kumail Nanjiani made, and his wife was in a coma, and he actually grabs her phone. He goes, "I'm so sorry, baby," and he puts her thumb on it to get like pertinent information. He wasn't trying to go through it.
Really?
Yeah, he had to find like her dad's contact.
That was a really good movie.
Great movie. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I'd forgotten about that. It was in Chicago and. Right?
Yeah, he was like a cat, or he drove. Yeah, he drove for Uber or something, and she was also a comedian. And
she was in a yeah, that was really. I forgot about that movie. He was on the show. It was fun. So we're talking about phones, and Pat, I don't know about your phone. Anything interesting on there? I mean,
not really. No, just Jimmy and
your son Jimmy.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And hopefully your girlfriend.
Oh yes,
okay.
and my
It is really unbelievable the way we have to spoon feed him to save his life every day. Do you now historically?
My brain was on the song and I completely forgot. Yes, my girlfriend.
Historically, have you ever participated in the so-called sexting world, the dick pic, if you will?
No. I've never done that. No.
Yeah, I don't get it. Now, Josh, you've been a participant in this.
I have, but I've only done it when requested.
Do you have a go-to photograph logged into your phone, or do you have to do a fresh one?
I do a fresh one because that's what I would want.
So do you like to do the Lee Harvey Oswald thing with the gun and hold up the newspaper next to your male member? And
Nobody has a newspaper anymore.
No, my dick pics haven't been doctored by the CIA.
I'd like you to welcome you to the conspiracy show. I thought of a line driving in this morning that if I use it'd be our last day in the year.
All right, well then let's keep that in your
But
head.
it has no curse words in it. It's amazing. Let's see.
It's a new world romantically because of technology, and this is called "If You Love Me, You Let Me." We've been together for over a month now, and I have a question. Now that we're naked and all alone, I was happy to find you. I wined and dined you. So if you love me, will you let me go through your phone? So what is your password? Let me see your old photos. We all have a past, girl. Why don't you let me peek inside? The tapping in the guitar signifies the passage of time.
Okay.
Looking through photos, roughly about 3 minutes.
All right.
Who's the guy with the third leg? Who's that Josh Arnold 69? Who's the dude in the dick pic with a mole? Oh, I know that it's not mine. Damn, if you love me, why'd you let me become a guy with penis envy? If you love me, why'd you let me go through your phone?
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Pat Godwin, ladies and gentlemen. That's nice. Wow, yeah. One of the few men with penis envy. Yikes. Hello, doctor. Yes, the Dr. Freud. Interesting. Yeah.
Do guys get penis envy? Do you like, oh, I wish I had one of those?
I think.
Do I like? I guess sometimes you go, oh boy, I don't, but I go.
Yeah, I think
good job.
I do.
Do you?
Like, I want something that can smash a beer can. Like, I don't care. I want a forearm. Why not?
Jeff, it's you'd think you do, but you don't.
I keep forgetting, Tom. Thank you.
He's cursed.
Thank God.
The world of so-called sexting. You said you've never participated in this, Christy. You've never.
No, I don't really get into that either.
I don't believe you.
I have never
Now, sending
sent
pictures
a nude
isn't
picture
necessary.
of
You can
myself.
sext without sending pictures.
Right.
Oh,
You've
I
never
can do that.
You've never been like, oh, what you're wearing at the time what you're up to.
Dirty little talk. Yeah, okay.
That is sexting.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it had to be pictures.
No, because sext is text.
Yeah.
So you're using
Yeah, I never have sent pictures.
Oh, did you?
I get boob envy though.
Sure, yeah.
God, there was a woman the other night at an event.
Yeah?
I almost switched teams, kids.
You wanted to motorboat them?
They were amazing.
This is a.
Were they part of a silent auction?
Are they real? I think they're real.
You know something?
The winner who gets the motorboat. Kimberly Jameson.
She should.
Here's the thing, Josh. I just went to one of those things,
Yes.
and there's a rule. If you ever have to go to one of these things, you've already paid $500, whatever it is, to go to this charity event. Now all of a sudden they're trying to sell you crap, and about 4 people want to buy it. And never do more than 3. But you do some of the items live. That's where you get the big bucks.
Right.
Never do more than 3. And
They can last
that would be huge.
Yeah.
If you said, okay, now we got rid of the Taylor Swift front row seats, that got 300,000, and now we're going to do you get to motorboat Sharon's boobs. Oh, I see we have 400,000 from the man with the spectacles over there. That would be quite the auction.
My wife. Hey, shut up, sir.
Then you'd have the old lady. This is disgusting. I can't believe it. And then they say this is to help the poor kids that have cancer. I'm not in.
I would have been. I'm not kidding. They were stunning.
Real? You think they were real?
I don't care.
You didn't care?
I didn't care.
That's how good it
was just the presentation, and geez.
You just walk up and see, are they real? And you want to test them. It's by taste, as you know.
You didn't sneak a pic?
How were they presented?
Yeah. Just had a really low-cut dress and a lot of cleavage.
Oh, yeah.
Could she hold the Pringles can?
Yeah, probably.
Wait a minute. What's the pencil rule? If you can
That's
hold
under boob, right?
Yeah, that's under boob.
If you can hold a pencil or
yeah.
Okay.
A pencil. That's cute. Give me a woman who can hold the remote control.
Wow.
Those are heavy mats, right?
That's where the remote went.
No, I'll one up you. Josh, you need a woman who can hold a pizza cutter. Now you've got... Ouch. Please, if you're going to make fun of yourself, go with the classics.
He wasn't making fun of himself.
Right.
Yes, he's desiring some whore that has large breasts.
She's not a whore.
Yes, exactly.
Who are you defending?
Don't you
So,
appreciate a beautiful woman? That's all I'm saying.
well, that's very nice. How nice. Yeah, I just don't. Now, obviously, Mr. Oskey, I assume that you have a history of sexting with photographs. And,
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, bring it on.
You're not shy, are you?
Do you? I just, from a technical standpoint, as I'm something of a photographer, as you know, do you go up to a mirror and take the photograph that way so you get the whole face and accoutrement in, or do you do a selfie where you hold your phone out?
I like to lay the phone on the floor and stand over it.
That's insane.
Okay, so you get both the front and the back naughty.
You get the belly and you
get the chocolate. You get the chocolate starfish and the anaconda.
Yeah, I want them to see the whole.
Wow, I would think that would be quite a turnoff. But I guess
it is.
That's why it's such a funny angle.
And we should point out that you are extraordinarily hairy.
Oh yeah, no one wants to see this.
One can only imagine the depth of the pubicity that
Are you
you
furry everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
A lot of women like that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like what?
A hairy,
Hairy
furry
man.
dude.
Hair
Really?
jets.
Yeah.
This.
Some don't. Many don't.
I think it's because women are always cold. And like hairy dudes are like heat rocks for them. They could just lay on them and know they're going to be warm.
Yeah, but it tickles your nose. I hate that.
Have you ever considered getting one of those selfie sticks so you can get it far enough away to get the whole thing in?
Tom, I'm not like you. I don't need the wide angle.
Oh, okay,
lens.
sorry.
I'm okay.
Is the standard sexting photograph taken in the mirror, or is it typically? I mean,
I have no idea. Like I said, I've not.
Every time I've done it, you can only see that area. I've never.
Oh, you don't get the face in. You don't get the whole.
No.
No, you don't want to
No
incriminate
face
yourself.
ever.
Why,
okay.
Why would you do that?
Now, is there a place on the internet that has where people log these?
Yes, PatGodwin.com.
Yeah, just for the record, Tom, I would say it's 95% women sending, guys receiving, as opposed to the other way around. Like women aren't
As visual.
right.
Right, yeah.
They want more.
That
like
makes more
the
sense.
texting.
So the guys want to see the photo.
Remember, we had a comedian in here. He said, I can get somebody to
I
send me
know.
a picture within 5 minutes. And he did.
And by the way, I'm not going to say who that was, but I do want to remind you that Greg Hahn and Willie G are going to be in Dubuque tonight at Mississippi Moon Bar at the Diamond Joe Casino for a great live show. Just talked to Willie yesterday. There are going to be some great shows this weekend because they'll also be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at the Olympic Theater Saturday night. That is so awesome.
That's a fun place. Those are all fun places.
Yeah, well, and we've got some more shows that we're going to announce coming up. I will announce right now the fact that there are still 8 monkeys on the loose.
Yes, there are still 8 monkeys on the loose near 40 miles south of Charleston, South Carolina. So,
And the name of that place, it really sounds like an evil empire place in a movie.
Yemassee.
The name of the company is what again?
Alpha Genesis?
Alpha Genesis.
Yeah, that is insane.
Boy, that...
We here at Alpha Genesis.
Yeah. It really sounds like they're up to no good, doesn't it?
It sounds like Alpha Genesis could have used a Simply Safe system, if you ask me, to keep those monkeys.
Tell me more about Simply Safe.
Well, if you've ever worried about the safety of your home and family, there's no better time than right now to get 60% off a new Simply Safe security system. It's the best deal of the year. The home security system everyone in this room trusts. I've been using it actually, and I love the peace of mind that we have at our house. And it was so easy, even I, a girl, and I just said that and I'm going to get in trouble, could install it. Bob and Tom listeners, you get 60% off today just by visiting simplysafetom.com. You know what? Old school systems only take action once somebody's already inside your home. That's too late. They've changed the game at Simply Safe with Active Guard protection. In fact, they do it on the outside of your home to prevent anybody even getting in. So check it out. If someone's lurking around, you know what? Our agents will see them in real time. Talk to them directly. Hey, you! Get off my property! Simply Safe is now offering Bob and Tom Show listeners exclusive early access to their Black Friday sale. This week only, you get 60% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. That's the best offer of the year. Head to simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
We got the Simply Safe right here.
Yeah, we
at
do.
the Radio Ranch. It's great. You can look and see who's where. Aha! There's someone in the hallway. Now, we have a bunch of cool stuff coming up. We are going to review a couple things from this week. And Patty G, get ready for a song celebrating some of the great news that we have had this week. Got a special guest on the way in this morning. Gianmarco Soresi will be here, comedian. Certainly looking forward to meeting him. And also, we have to discover what's going on with this head that washed up on shore in Hialeah. Just the head, by the way. We ain't got nobody. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
We were talking about racial stereotyping because you're a golfer.
Yes.
And I know that we were talking about golf off the air, but a lot of stereotypes in the world. Certainly, one of them about Asians in sports, and I think that's really now really being changed, particularly in the world of baseball, basketball. It's huge changes.
Great.
15, 20 years ago, you didn't really see that as much.
It's great. I love seeing Asians in sports, and yeah, as you said, Major League Baseball, the real sports. You know, we're not talking ping pong or pie gal poker or base juggling with your feet or really hard Sudoku problems or competitive hot dog eating or breaking ice blocks with your forehead or dancing back up for Gwen Stefani, the real sports. That's great because before, if I wanted to cheer for Asians in sports, the people I had was Michelle Kwan and half of Tiger Woods. That's
that was it.
That was it.
That's it.
Wow.
And you know, let Tiger. Let's talk about him. You know, I don't know which half of Tiger made him want to cheat, but I think we can all agree which half drove into the tree. So,
when you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try? Get the link at bobandtom.com.
The Cowlville case? Could you answer the NutriChops hotline for me?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You guys getting excited about Thanksgiving?
Very.
I'm just trying to grind down some beef jerky in preparation for it.
Is that right?
Well, like I told you, it's my favorite of all the holidays because first you get to cram yourself full of all the meats and they got to ring the bell at Arby's to prove it. And then next day at 6 a.m., it's hand-to-hand combat time at the mall over the last Go Wet Yourself Wendy doll for your little niece. Of
course.
I swear to God. And secondly and foremost, Thanksgiving's a great time to argue with your family face-to-face instead of just on Facebook and Ancestry.com like we do regular.
Sure.
And 10 years ago, it'd be all men in the family room, you know, watching football while all the women was cooking. But nowadays, you got all the Republicans in your family hanging out in the study watching Fox News while all their Democrat kids are posted up behind the Benny barn smoking pot.
Thanks, kid.
And then all the while, my mom is stuck in the kitchen with your libertarian cousin who's droning on and on about how popular his podcast is and how he's going. I'm going to interview the Dick who came in 7th on the 14th season of Survivor. I swear to God.
That'll be a good podcast.
We're up to 114 followers in 3 different counties. Anyways, The reason I'm calling is I always hear you guys talking about the exotic gourmet dish called turducken.
Oh, yeah, for Thanksgiving, the turducken, sure.
That's where you stuff a chicken into a duck and then stuff the duck carcass into a turkey and then cook it all.
Right.
I mean, sure, that's good eating. It's a good hybrid option. But if you love turducken, you'll really love our Baker family multi-meat specialty.
What's it called?
It's called butt foxin'. It's a butt foxin'.
Yes.
It's a butt steak shoved inside a fox carcass. Tasty fox, red fox. It's stuffed fox is then stuffed inside a chicken roaster.
Right. I see.
You cook it at 350 for 3 hours. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Well, get the fox inside of the hen's hard. You're going to want to grease that cavity up real good. Olive oil.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a pinch, butter will work. Unsalted, by the way.
Okay. Sure.
And man, they love it so much, people will bow dart it. They'll jump on that thing. And well, worst case scenario, just if you don't have butter, the grease spit on it. You know, the germs will burn off in the oven.
All right.
But Christy stuffing a butt foxin' reminds me of the very first time me and Denise Congress got together behind a recycle dumpster at Benny.
I don't really want to hear about it.
I don't either.
I do.
She was a natural fox.
Really?
I'll say it like this. 2 words come to mind. Super moist and tender if you bend her.
Ace, hang up the phone. Goodbye, Donnie.
This may take a while. So how'd it go, boss?
He said he's heard worse.
He says he's heard worse.
He says he hears worse every morning.
Bob and Tom in the morning. Louisville's classic rock all day on 95.7 QMF. Please forgive us.
Cash. We're still calling it that. We've been thinking of renaming it. The point is, what did we decide on yesterday? Mashed potato money.
That's good. Green bean casserole. We had.
I like that. That was a very good one. It's 9 to 5 today. Your shot on Q95 to win $1,000. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. I like this one. Glad to be here. We got some great guests coming up this morning. I'll just do a quick attendance. Over there at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk, and sitting in for Chick McGee, it's Josh. No, it's not. It's Jeff Oskey.
That's right.
I almost said Josh Oskey. Change your name. I'll get it. Right. You're making me look bad. You're making me look bad.
Captain.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
The man, the guitar. When's your new album coming out, Pat?
We haven't got a date yet. Maybe a month.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Any Christmas stuff on there?
Yes. Vegan Christmas closes the album.
Oh, you got to get it out before Christmas then.
Hopefully.
Now, have we talked you into quitting this vegan thing about the January 1st?
Come on,
doing fine.
Need to quit.
No.
We got a news story coming up that's going to make you want to quit being a vegan.
Oh,
I guarantee it.
Pat, you do whatever makes you feel better and healthy and good.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Yeah.
They just don't want you to be vegan because they feel guilty.
Viva Che.
I don't feel guilty at all.
I know. I couldn't even get it out.
I miss my king crab and my lobster.
I bet, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about steaks?
You can't put butter on it.
Yeah.
How about a nice juicy steak?
I miss that too.
Okay.
You can't put butter on it.
I miss the butter.
What do you look forward to? Like beans?
Dying.
Okay. Well, let's see. What is that thing? I'm tofurkey. Is that what
The fake turkey?
Can a vegan eat? Can you eat that stuff?
I don't like the stuff that kind of imitates meat at all. The tofu stuff, just regular vegetables is fine. I don't like the imitation.
So what do you have for Thanksgiving?
Well, last year I had just vegetables and rutabagas. My girlfriend cooked rutabagas for me.
Do you realize do you realize that if the first Thanksgiving had been rutabagas, the Indians would have just kicked us all out? Might have been better, actually. No, you gotta have turkey. We have to review some of the things that we learned.
Where do you even buy a rutabaga at? Like, I've never even seen one at the grocery.
Yeah, I don't think you're looking for them.
Isn't rutabaga something that's only in fairy tales and kids' books?
It's a root vegetable.
The turnip family, yeah.
Delicious.
Right next to the turnips, which I never see at a grocery store either, because no one eats them. We aren't in the Depression anymore, Pat. Come on.
Pat, I've never had rutabaga. I bet you prepare it wonderfully because
it has a delightful bitter taste.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Do you get a discount if you tell them you listen to NPR a lot? Nobody eats that crap. Okay, I'm sorry. Time now to review what we learned on today's show. Or no, this is what we learned on yesterday's show. I'm sorry. Things we learned is brought to you by the Sleep Number people.
Yes.
I love my Sleep Number bed. Christy, what's your sleep number setting?
35.
And what's your man's sleep number setting?
100.
Aha.
Yes.
So his side of the bed is nice firm. Yours is like a water bed practically over there.
Love it.
Okay, what does it say over there, Jeffrey?
Sleep better together during the Black Friday sale. Save 50% on Sleep Number limited edition smart bed exclusively at Sleep Number Store.
That's what we have.
Do not remove from studio.
Oh, you don't have to read that part. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I almost did that the other day with mine.
You know, you've all probably heard the story, but maybe Mr. Oskey has not. In the early days of my radio, let's call it a career. And a lot of people would like me to call it a career. I was working in DeLand, Florida, as you know.
Why do they call it DeLand, Tom?
Oh, thanks for asking, Christy. That's because it's, of course, near to sea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're all gagging.
So I was working with a guy that was, I won't say his name. He was really great, though. He had a voice like Chick, you know, he had that real radio voice.
Mm-hmm.
He talked like this, and he just had that natural voice. He probably because he chain smoked and was a raging alcoholic, which I didn't know at the time. I didn't understand that sort of thing. I was a kid, but he would come in to do the morning news, and in those days we put it on what we called a cart. It was a circular tape. He'd load it in, and
it's short for cartridge.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give people a feel for this,
right.
Josh. I know it's
circular tape.
You're above all this, and. But he would come in and he would record the news.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, back in the early days, you had to erase those carts. You had to walk over to a machine called a bulk eraser and erase them.
Yep.
And if you failed to do that, what was on it previously would still be on it. So occasionally he would forget to erase it because, as I mentioned, he was a drunk. And so it would start out with, and now the new news. And then
I bet it did sound insane.
But one day, I'm not kidding, he would come in to do the news. He would do it live, usually in the mornings.
Okay.
So when he came in to do that, he would take the local paper, I'm not joking, and a pair of scissors and cut it up and paste it on a piece of paper, and he would just read right out of the local paper.
Yeah.
And one day, which is really not really what you should do.
No.
One day, I am not joking. I wish I had this on tape. He said, DeLand area weather, partly sunny, a high of 75. Details, page 6.
Yes.
I mean, and I know that it's right out of a Mary Tyler Moore show, but it really happened. And yeah, he's the guy that one day I was kind of gagging, and he said, can I have a sip of your Mountain Dew? Which I would never drink, but I took and he goes, it's half vodka. I thought he was kidding, and he wasn't kidding. Nothing like Mountain Dew and vodka. 6:20 a.m. as you get ready for the break.
Like, that doesn't even taste good together. No. Like, Mountain Dew is never a mixer. Ever.
So that's your critique of this? The fact that he was mixing his cheap vodka with Mountain Dew?
No, exactly. I would have been all for it.
Yeah, every word of that story is true.
That's awesome.
What's cool about this guy, he was a scuba diver, and if you're familiar with that area, they have all those underground caves Obviously, they're underground. But what am I trying to say? They're full of water. You know?
Right.
And people dive in those caves. And when they do that, you have like a string of some sort so you can
find your way back out.
Ugh,
and when people would, on a regular basis, not find their way out, he was the guy that would go get them.
Yeah.
What a horrible job.
He was hired by the sheriff's office, but he said they would always be like this with their arms up, floating with a big smile on their face.
Don't they say drowning is the best way to go?
We just answered why he drank Mountain Dew and vodka at 6:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
I try to do that. Dude.
He said the toughest thing about it was not being able to have a cigarette for an hour while scuba diving. So I'm sorry. We didn't really do anything we did yesterday, did we?
That's okay. We all know what we did.
You never have to apologize for that.
Okay. Well, we debated about whether or not. That's it? That's the end of the segment?
Yeah.
I did enjoy this one thing yesterday. Mark Zuckerberg, one of the richest men in the world, the guy that, Facebook and Meta.
Yes.
He did a remake using auto-tune of a famous rap song. And he did it with T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain's been added to the Macy's Day Parade. That's in the news this morning. So
and again, T-Pain could walk in here and I wouldn't know who he was. But
he does the best cover of War Pigs. I don't know why, but it's amazing.
I'll have to check that out.
T-Pain. Yeah.
Really?
Live on stage.
No kidding. Well, in any event, Zuckerberg paid him $1 million to come do this thing.
We guessed $1 million.
A tribute to it was the song that was playing when he met his wife.
Correct. It was his date anniversary.
Get Low, the crunk classic.
Okay. And it sounds something like this.
It's nothing.
So he's saying, what is
says
it?
Love like sweat on your balls. That's
So what is he saying? From the window to the walls till the sweat drips down my balls.
Exactly.
Let
all these females crawl.
I don't think.
Oh, you did the censored version.
Yeah, he didn't say females.
Edited on the fly.
He does on the radio edit. They say females.
Really?
Yeah.
They go from bitches to females.
Well, sure. It's the radio edit.
So wouldn't you go with ladies?
Well,
females is kind of sexier in this.
Why?
Because it's almost animalistic.
Maybe it sings better.
Species as opposed to no, they're not. If you're on the floor crawling to a guy with sweaty balls, you're not a lady.
Well, Josh, that is going to be very bad news for your girlfriend when I tell her that you called her a female. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Tiki Barber here. Remember the days when I was a running back in the NFL? Well, if you're on your feet all day like I was, you get the struggle. The secret is orange insoles. Their insoles are like magic for your feet and body. They'll help you kick hip pain, sore feet, and lower back discomfort to the sidelines. Feel better, do more with orange insoles.
I can't help but notice, sir, you're wearing extremely tight, what are those called?
They are called Lycra Spandex Pursuit Pants.
Now, is that a potato in the front there, or Tom?
Glad to see you.
Tom. No, I'm sorry. It looks like Jim and the twins are pretty cozy this morning, sir.
Never hurts to advertise.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
He's smuggling topsoil for an offshore development project.
Well, yeah, I always a White Castle.
Really?
Yeah. I was so drunk I thought I was in McDonald's. I ordered a quarter pounder. I got 500 hamburgers. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Help me.
Hey, thank you.
Pick a number between 1 and 50. We'll ask our guest, then I'll just hit a random sound effect. We'll see if it fits the commercial. All right. 1 and 50, Clinton. Pick a number.
35.
35.
That's Andy Moore Ford.
35. Here we go.
Heavenly deals at Andy.
There you go.
You'll think you've died and gone to
pick another number.
At Andy Moore Ford.
27.
27.
Andy Moore Ford. Electrifying deals at Andy Moore Ford.
Okay, pick another number. Go ahead, Clinton. Any number.
8.
8? Okay. Oh, dear.
They have body shop.
They have a body shop.
That's a bad one for Mark Ford.
Any other number? Go ahead. Pick one more.
19.
That's our manager screaming at the fabulous deals you'll find.
Where's that?
At Andy Moore Ford. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
On,
Good morning. Man, I wish I'd lived to hear today's show.
Me too. I wish I was here.
You know, there's a reason I'd never heard of this band.
Why?
Because this guy had to have his penis cut off for publicity. You know, I prefer musicians who can actually make it on their skill, not on their lack of a dick. So,
I knew you'd have
I know how to make it in show business.
That's what I said.
Yikes. I know how to make it in show business. First we whip it out, and then we take a cleaver.
How does he pee?
Sitting down.
Or all over the place.
Yeah. That was the video.
No, that's not true, Quinn. How does he pee? Depends.
Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked.
Hard copy all of a sudden. This exclusive.
Dogs die in the cargo hold? Occasionally.
Occasionally.
And then they just replace them with a dog that looks similar. They got a big dog farm for these things, man. All the airlines share the same dog farm.
Dave, we need a Shih Tzu. Brown face, white feet. We need a Shih Tzu, gate C27.
It's a number 8.
Yeah.
Bring us that number 8.
Another newfie coming in on United. Try to take care of that.
Yeah, he's stiffer aboard. Come on in.
Okay.
The big danger at this time of year is the heat. If they were down there, and if the plane is delayed on the tarmac for any reason, it can be a problem. So that was just a story this week that came out.
Do the right thing. Drive your dog.
Warning folks that are flying their dogs about that.
There you go.
I ain't making this up.
And if it's a small dog, like a little tiny little hand dog,
yeah, you can put it underneath your seat.
no, just throw it out the window because those aren't real dogs.
Those aren't real dogs.
This is cool. I like doing radio.
How can you change a dinosaur's name?
I don't know.
Yeah, halfway through.
Halfway through.
Do you know what the smallest dinosaur was?
What?
The clitoris. Very tiny. Little red, pinkish dinosaur. Well, congratulations.
Wow.
You finally got it on the air.
Done it, haven't you?
Congratulations.
Way to go.
See, all that filthy lunch talk, and now it's on the air. Are you happy now? Are you a big man saying clitoris? Is that it?
See, I always thought the smallest one was the lick-a-lot-of-puss, but apparently.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Hi, thanks very much for joining us. With us in the studio, comedian Dean Edwards, and Dean is a veteran of Saturday Night Live. I know that you mentioned you didn't mention you did a great Chris Rock, dead on Chris Rock.
Yeah, I did a little bit of Chris Rock.
Have you worked with Chris?
Yeah, well, Chris and I, being both SNL alum, it's funny because I used to see Chris in the clubs all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got cast on SNL, then Chris is very sort of reserved into himself and cool with his friends, and he's very, very polite, but if he doesn't know you, he's looking at you like, I don't know you,
Mm-hmm.
So once I got on the show, every time I saw him, he was very sort of big brother, very strong with his advice. I remember one time Tracy Morgan and I are sitting in this comedy club in New York, the Comedy Cellar, and we had just had Jack Black was a guest host, and Chris walks in. He's like, you know what? I never watched that show. The one time I watched them, they still don't use black people. I was like, actually, Chris, I was in 4 sketches this past week. He's like, you wasn't in them. You're just in the background. Don't ever be happy they throw you a bone. You got talent. Only the dude without talent is happy they throw him a bone, which I appreciate. And then he sat there for a good 35 minutes lecturing me on gotta keep writing hard. Just every week, write 2 sketches and an update. 2 sketches. Meanwhile, Tracy Morgan is sitting there. Chris, you ain't never gave me that advice. When I started on the show, you never gave me advice like that. I'd appreciated some of that advice. Mm-hmm. That's how Tracy is, though.
That's how he is.
Hendricks County.
That's not named after Jimi Hendrix?
No.
I had no idea. That's John Reap coming up tomorrow night. So also coming up, your shot at $1,000 an hour on Q95.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There are some others here. Do I want to announce them? Of course I do. They're my best friends. There's Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Josh.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Jeff.
Sitting next to Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Who's next to Jeff Oskey at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk this morning.
That's right.
Ace Cosby is there.
Howdy.
And sounding extra special, sexy this morning. And there's Tommy. Tom,
sorry, Ace. Ace has the little laryngitis thing going. So, but he has promised that we are going to get an Ace Cosby joke of the day out of him.
About 3 o'clock, I tried to yell at the cat. And
oh boy,
that's probably the first time the cat understood you when you go to a cat. They go, oh, he can talk. I had no idea. We were reviewing some of the things we learned yesterday, but we also got into a discussion about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And now that Ms. Hooker is here, it's probably appropriate that I bring this up. As you know, Pat is a vegan.
I do.
And when you're a vegan, obviously the traditional Thanksgiving creates certain problems. Even the average Thanksgiving table is probably butter on the corn, so you can't eat that. Nope. Can't eat turkey because it's delicious. Yeah, you can't have any steak, whatever you have for Thanksgiving. And you said you eat rutabaga.
Mm-hmm. Rutabagas. Love them. And my girlfriend cooked them last year. Oh, they're delicious. But they don't go over that well with some people. You know?
Yeah. Do you have a song about this?
Yeah, I do have a song about it. Want to hear it?
Really? Yeah.
What is that? Help me.
I got a song for everything.
Help me for a second. What does a rutabaga look like?
A big turnip, right?
A turnip. It's like a turnip.
Like
radish.
a carrot? Like a big carrot?
It's a big
it's round.
No, it's round. It's round. It is. It's like this.
Cabbage shaped, really.
Do you have to take the skin off of them?
You have to peel it.
Yeah. Yeah. Get to the meat.
Okay, the meat of a rutabaga. Okay,
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you grind it up like mashed potatoes?
You can grate it. You could do an au gratin type thing.
You can't add cheese if you're a vegan.
Oh, can't.
So you can just
non-vegans
vegan
can
cheese.
Just do it with dirt.
Yeah, it's good. It's very earthy.
Oh boy, that's what Josh. Just yesterday, I was thinking about having lunch with one of my friends, and I said, "Can we go to a place where the food tastes like earth?"
I like earthy food.
I do too.
Oh, sure.
I like beets and
Yes.
Good for you guys.
Oh, go ahead, Pat. You going to sing about the love of rutabaga?
Pass me the rutabagas, baby. I can't have that mac and cheese. I don't want the 3-bean salad. That's why I wrote this folksy ballad. Just give me the rutabagas, please. Rutabagas are better than potatoes. Healthier in half the calories. They have fewer carbohydrates and more fiber than your cornflakes. They're a member of the turnip family. My doctor says I must go vegan. So no roast pig for me. Just mash them rutabagas, just like them sweet potatoes. I'm healthy now. Shoot me, please. Rutabagas make you gassy. The sulfur smell brings mama to her knees. Oh, they taste a little tart, and they'll make your grandpa fart. Oh, tell him it's the dog who cut the cheese. Boil them up, they are delicious. All that fiber's why and esters in the John. No more stuffing, no more gravies. Just my rutabagas, baby. You be my rutabaga, baby, from now on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I just Googled rutabaga. They're like the size of a baseball.
Yeah.
No, a lot bigger than
They look like kind of like an onion.
Can you have potatoes? You can have potatoes, right?
I love potatoes, yeah.
You can't have mashed potatoes, can you?
Well, if they put the milk in the cheese, there's no cheese, milk in there.
Milk,
No,
yeah.
I don't know how to make mashed potatoes.
You can just mash potatoes. You don't have to add anything if you don't want to.
Right.
Yeah, like flavor. Now, is it? What do you do if you go to someone else's house for Thanksgiving?
I cheated last year. There was cheese in the broccoli, and I just kind of washed it off, and I ate it.
Washed it off?
Yeah, I did the best I could. I'm not going to be a bother.
Because isn't your philosophy you don't take your personal dietary restrictions if you're at someone else's house? For example, you don't drink alcohol except when you're out of your apartment.
Unless I'm going to a break. I stay away.
I see. Okay.
I stay away from it on the weekdays.
I see. Okay, good. That's that isn't California sober. What is the?
That's Dublin sober.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just wondering how that worked. Also, yesterday we did review the famous Doors song, in which they do say, the song "Touch Me."
Oh yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I love the Doors.
And the guys here they were saying that they think the original lyric probably wasn't "Touch Me." They're speculating it was like "Touch It." You think it was?
There's probably something more graphic.
Yeah, I thought it was
like
the F. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come on. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you really?
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
It fits.
Yeah, Morrison was probably too drunk, though, to get it up. So, just the least doctor,
Like
for
that
God's
whiskey,
sake.
didn't you?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, speaking of whiskey, we got a letter. Let Mr. Oskey know Mountain Dew was originally created to be a mixer for whiskey.
Really?
So I was wrong that it's not a good
Well, I was just mentioning that my former radio partner down in Florida, not Bob, certainly, drank vodka and Mountain Dew, but maybe perhaps whiskey and Mountain Dew would have been the way to go.
At 7 in the morning, neither are the way to go.
Oh, it's the way to go. To the grave was what happened to him. But just at the end of this Doors song, see if you hear something.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, stronger than
dirt.
Dirt, yeah.
It was an old Ajax commercial back in the day. That was their tagline: "Stronger than dirt."
When you guys played it yesterday and I wasn't wearing headphones, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
Now that I have headphones on, I heard it so clearly.
And see, the Doors, one of the few bands, there are only two of the gents remaining with us, but they won't sell any of their music for commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows they've been offered a lot for Light My Fire. But Mr. Krieger and Mr. Densmore don't agree about that, so they're not selling anything. But can you imagine today's world if you said, hey, look, at the end of my song, I'm going to use your slogan? They'd be going, thank you. Here's $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what slogan we would incorporate at the end of that, but...
We're happy to add your slogan to the show every day for $1 million.
Stronger than dirt. Oh, sorry, Christy. I was adding that. What's the best slogan out there right now, do you think, that is used the most?
Shoot.
Ooh, I don't know.
That new Splendid jingle's incredible.
Oh, you guys.
I don't know who the guy that wrote it is singing it, but he's amazing.
And I don't know who the woman is that voices it, but
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Self-serving.
Oh, you asked a question.
No. I mean, not what jingle is the most effective, but...
What slogan? Like, just do
I
it?
wrote
Or
the slogan.
Yeah, just do... Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
For some reason, I know it's not a slogan, but the Taco Bell bell, the ding, like that's... I've seen that in a commercial a lot.
But I'm just saying that you could do this. I'll do it for you. Just do it. It's too many syllables.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't.
Dun, 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 dun.
You didn't say you had to fit into that.
It does.
I'm trying to give an example, Christy. What would you fit it into?
I don't know. What do you have to sing it for? Can't you just say it?
Just over the end of a song. I'm just saying it'd be a great way to cash in these days.
Bob and Tom show, just do it. Then, well, we know Nike, but
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll work on that. In the meantime, give me the teaser. What's coming up over there, Christy Lee?
coming up, we have the bodiless head that washed ashore. We have doctors warning you about your toilet habits. We have a great story about a bear in a luxury car. We'll talk about that.
That
Quote,
story
bear
is amazing.
It is amazing.
It's in the category people are morons.
We see a lot of great stories in this place, but this one really is.
Yeah, that made the national news last night.
Yeah.
That's such a great story. But right now, I want to remind you, there's no better way to listen to this show than on those Raycon earbuds. And I'll say this, although it's not on this particular sheet that I'm looking at,
yes.
the Raycon full-size headphones, the ones that cover the ears like...
Yeah, that's what full-size headphones are.
Yeah, my girls, there's nothing better. If you have to drive to grandmother's house for Thanksgiving, you're going to thank me for this. Get your kids some of those headphones.
And then you don't have to listen to Taylor Swift all the way there.
Well, not that
she's bad, but
maybe you'd like, if you want to listen to maybe something else.
Right.
You can jam it to your tunes, if you will. Or you could listen to this show for perhaps one of the podcasts. But the Raycon folks know what they're doing. And they've got those great earbuds, and they've got, I guess it's like earbuds 2.0. And they're amazing premium audio, and they're doubling down by offering Bob and Tom Show listeners up to 30% off. Check out the latest model of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. New features, 32-hour battery life.
That's more than a day.
Yeah, multi-point connectivity, active noise cancellation. So let's just say someone's sitting next to you during that drive. And then my sister said, oh, wait a minute, I touched this button and suddenly I'm in heaven. Raycon, they're the best thing about the Raycons, besides sounding good, they don't fall out of your ears like those little white ones you see the guy in the grocery store with. I have to have mine on all the time because I might get an important phone call. Maybe it's someone offering me a job finally. Raycon earbuds. They're the best. They're already an incredible deal, even before you factor in the Black Friday offer of 30% off site-wide. So don't be an idiot. See what I'm talking about? The perfect gift.
Don't be an idiot.
It doesn't say that here, does it?
That's a good slogan.
Go to Buy Raycon. Don't be an idiot. BuyRaycon.com/Tom. Up to 30% off site-wide. So check out the cool headphones, the earbuds, et cetera, et cetera. They're not going to fall out. BuyRaycon.com/Tom. And they've even got different colors. The most important thing, I think, is the sound. But if you want the white ones or the black ones or the purple ones, they got them for you.
Green ones.
All right. Thank you very much, Raycon. They are the best. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. BuyRaycon.com/Tom. Also coming up, some sports. Interesting news about Saquon Barkley.
Barkley.
That was not very enthusiastic. I can see why Chick wants to quit. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
And Duke, I understand you've got a very special surprise for us.
You could say that.
All right.
Just did.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
This could be complete chaos.
Okay. That's what we like around here.
The bird of America has always been the bald eagle. But there's another feathered unsung hero too. Generation after generation giving up for the common good. Listen to the story, let the truth be understood. Oh, eat me! I'm a turkey. My heart, I'm red, white, and blue. Oh, eat me! I'm a turkey. A true American patriot through and through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other birds just split, flap, fly, and flutter. From the toucan to the tiny parakeet. Much meat. Stuff them with nuts, breadcrumbs, and butter. So, chop off my head and then turn up the heat. Eat me. Ha-ha, I'm a turkey. Stretch out on the sofa when you're through. Eat me! I'm a turkey! Next day, I'll be a tasty sandwich, too! Now, turkeys have their splinter factions. Dissident birds, unwilling to serve. Foul, pinko, sissy, wimpy turkeys. That's right. But the major portion of these semi-flightless birds say, oh, eat me! Eat me! I'm a turkey! Yeah, penguins and parrots wouldn't be the same. Oh, eat me! I'm a turkey! turkey. Yeah, gobbled me up before the football game. Oh, boy.
Patty Gert and Uncle Hank, get that wishbone and give it a yank. Let's take this opportunity to thank.
Who else but me? A turkey, that's right. Eat me like the Pilgrims used to do. Oh, eat me. I'm a turkey. If I had a musket, I'd be eating you. I regret that I have but one carcass to give for my country.
Oh, no. One good-looking turkey, but we're going to stuff this son of a bitch with right this pig. Really good, I'm telling you right now. Turkey.
The turkey's being walked off the camera. We have set up the guillotine.
Oh, my Lord, look at that.
What was the budget for this?
Holy hell.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest bird. This thing's not going to kill me this way. On the face of the earth.
Oh, boy.
Oh, just kidding. Happy Thanksgiving from the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bravo.
Wow.
How'd you like your surprise, everybody?
Loved it.
I loved it. He's got moves. I had no idea he could dance like that turkey.
It was like watching a late night movie. You know, they've got the production values are a little less than you're expecting.
Yes.
Just enough.
You've finally done it. That was a surprise.
Yes, that was.
Thank you very much.
That was a delight.
Duke, nice work. Nice arrangement of a classic Duke Tomato song.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here, and we've got some fun folks in the studio. Jess Hooker's there.
Hi.
She brought in some Thanksgiving treats for us over the commercial break. My gosh, if the place is smelling wonderful, can't wait to find out all about that.
Me too.
Jeff Oskey is sitting in for Chick McGee today.
Hello.
At the Dude Wipes.
Are those pajamas or is that a regular shirt?
Am I wearing...
What?
Are they Sasquatches?
That's Sasquatch,
Yeah,
man.
little Sasquatches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, little Bigfoot.
And canoeing.
Yeah, they're canoeing. They're setting up. They're pitching a tent. They got
they
a little
Bigfoots?
bindle. They're doing some hoboing.
Having a good time.
Are they Bigfoots? Is that what they call them?
You know, I kind of like Bigfoots.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's like the mouse. The plural of the mouse one uses on a computer is mouses.
Really?
Yeah, you change it for that.
But it's not mice. So the plural for Bigfoot would be Bigfoots, not big feet.
Oh.
I like it.
10 Bigfoots came into the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get the booze from the guy that claimed he saw them. Coming up, we have some exciting things in the world of news. Actually, do you mind if we put off sports for just a second?
Sure.
We have an important letter here.
Oh.
We were discussing this song that Mark Zuckerberg, the billionaire founder of Facebook and Meta, he did a thing for his wife. He took the song that I guess he met her while the song was playing in some
a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
And the original version of this song is called what? Get Low?
Yes.
I believe it is.
Lil Jon Yin Yang Twins.
And this is a hip hop song. Of some
Oh
sort.
yes, yeah. It's my favorite style of hip hop, crunk.
Crunk, I see. This is a nice letter from Emily in Chicago. She writes, I'm an architect. I'm 42 years old. I'm a classic rock fan. However, I had never heard the song Get Low. I had to measure existing buildings in my job as an architect at the start of a project. I brought 2 interns with me. I'd measure methodically around the room. I'd call out the measurements to my interns, and I'd say things like 4-2 to the whatever column to the window, 5-8 to the wall, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, nice.
My interns would always be snickering. I didn't understand why. They finally told me about the song Get Low. They informed me that they would always add dirty extra lyrics under their breath when we were out measuring.
Of course. Because she would go 5-2 to the wall.
Yes.
Sweat drip there, right.
Now,
They would mumble that.
I've got the original. Is this airable? Is this clean? Okay. This is apparently a so-called radio edit. And then who is the artist that does this? And I use the term somewhat loosely.
Lil Jon, East Side Boys, and Yin Yang Twins.
Yes.
That's a big band.
Well, you know how
that's all the
hip-hop artists love to get
they
together.
feature.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Wow. Makes Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young look like amateurs. Okay, here we go. So show me where the measurements go.
Will do. Man. Who's not ready to party when this?
We're all ready.
Everybody's making their way to the floor.
All right. Twerk, baby. Twerk for me.
This is a twerking dance?
One more time, get low. Get low, get low, get low.
So
Get low, get low.
Where do the measure?
Window.
5-2 to the wall.
Wait.
Then they would mumble that part.
And then the sweat rolls down their balls.
Right.
Correct.
Oh,
But you're not doing the radio edit.
Oh, what does they say in this
No, I
version?
think you can say.
No, that one might be.
Yeah, the
they
balls
say-
part is the most tame part of that song.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, it gets crazy.
In the original, are they shouting out numbers?
No.
In the beginning, he goes 3, 6, 9. Damn, you'll find.
Yeah.
But they don't shout out numbers like she's doing.
Right. She does it
She's
for the
measuring from the window to the wall. Get it? Or from the post to the wall.
So when she says the window to the wall,
They're going sweat runs
And then
down
in their
my
heads,
wall.
they're laughing because they know this song.
Right.
Boy, this is.
and they're they're chuckling because the lovely Emily, the architect,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
is probably
Not the wiser, yeah.
super sexy lady, and she's down there with the tape measure, and these interns on their way to careers as know-nothing losers are referring to their balls.
my
I think it's
gosh.
just she enjoyed the juxtaposition of.
Oh, not big,
Yes.
big word.
Filthy rap.
Does someone pay you $1 if you use the word juxtaposition? What's
Hey, look,
next?
just because you don't-
Chiaroscuro?
Just because you don't understand those words doesn't mean you have to get upset about it.
And you fumbled the word too. So you guys are even.
That's because it's such a big fancy word. Are we going to hear about fenestration?
Yeah, when I fenestrate you from the 8th floor.
The term is defenestration.
No, I'm making you a window.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting you into a wall. And
Defenestrate means to toss yourself out of a window. Thank you.
or something. You
That's
can
what I want to do right now.
defenestrate a computer.
So I want to play this again. You're going to show me where it goes if I play some more of this thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
not that it'll matter.
Wait, now, so the females are crawling?
Yes.
But see, in the original, he uses the term bitches are
Yes.
crawling.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, so I can see this is a
radio edit.
This is no, but not just that. It's clearly a somewhat sexist. Would you say?
Elton John sang the bitches back. You like that?
Yeah, but he didn't
Yeah,
have.
but I don't think he
didn't
had
have the
them,
bitches crawling for toward his sweaty balls.
One, you could argue
Elton
the song
doesn't have sweaty balls.
You could argue that the song is somewhat sexist until you look at the dance floor
Yes.
and see every girl in the place losing their mind.
Yeah.
So, how sexist is it if every chick in the place loves it?
Well, the chicks dig it. I will acknowledge that. And let me hear a little more, please. What I can understand nothing.
we're not surprised. A, you can't hear, and B, you don't want to.
No wop bop loo bop lop bam boom.
See, this is not for you.
No, it's not.
Do you like the feel or the sound of it?
Oh, I get the vibe.
Yeah,
if you will.
yeah.
And then again, Mr. Zuckerberg remade it for his wife because this is the song that was playing, and he got Mr. T-Pain to come in. I'd love to know how much that check was
This is
for.
kind of what it would sound like if you had remade it.
Okay, here we go.
Right this way, Mr. T-Pain.
My balls, you bitches crawl.
Okay, so that's from the window to the walls. That's the gag here.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the window to the walls until all these bitches crawl. Okay, good. Well,
boy.
Like pulling teeth, isn't it, Josh?
I mean, it's like teaching my great-grandfather how to play Nintendo. That's what this reminds me of. And then after 15 minutes, you go, he's never going to get it.
Z-Pain, look at that, yeah.
there's he calls himself Z-Pain. Oh, cool.
Well, for this little joke song,
Yeah, oddly, this makes me like him a little more.
It actually kind of humanizes him a bit.
I think
I think it's very funny.
Yeah, I think it's great.
He's still helping ruin the world, but he is having fun.
Yeah, exactly. He loves his wife. Good.
Yes.
That is sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, that they can still have fun because they've been
Yes.
together for a long time, haven't they?
Well, I mean, that song came out in 2002.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Wow. Okay. Very good. Well, so just to help me with one more thing, on the street, which I know you inhabit, Josh, the phrase "get low."
Yes.
Is there any specificity to how low one's getting and what is one doing with one's orifices?
I believe getting down on the dance floor and really
sticking
that ass out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically, you want your ass cheeks to touch the floor.
Oh, okay.
And really shake it.
You're twerking it down.
Yeah.
Jeff actually did quite a good job.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to my Pilates lady because for me, my knees are kind of shot. But
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I'm not sure I can get low. I assumed it was a sexual reference.
Well, it's sexual in that it's sexy when she's doing it.
Right.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, point taken. I've learned a lot. Thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg. Good to know.
Remember nothing.
Good to know. Veritas. Harvard motto. Okay, it's time now to check in with Jeff Oskey at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk, brought to you by our good friends at Dude Wipes.
That's right. Oh, tonight is the highly anticipated boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, the 58-year former heavyweight champion. And the 27-year-old self-described new kid on the block will take each other on in front of a crowd of at least 60,000. I am out of breath from dropping it low. Oh, my gosh. How out of shape am I? Lord.
That's why these women need to be applauded. It's not easy getting low.
It's not.
During the weigh-in on Thursday night, Mr. Tyson slapped Mr. Paul right in the face.
What?
He did.
Yeah. Apparently, he got too close, and Mr. Paul screamed into the microphone, "Now it's personal. He must die."
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a script or if it was.
Good. It didn't look
Tyson
scripted.
the Tyson slap did not look like a script.
No, but I mean,
Jake Paul looks like a
What did
giant
Jake Paul do? Mention Jada Pinkett Smith?
oh, nice.
Did Mike call him a pussy like he called you, Tom?
I don't think so.
I am so excited to watch this.
Yeah, according to reports, Mr. Paul will get $40 million for the fight tonight. Mr. Tyson, $20 million. The fight marks.
Despite who wins.
Despite
it doesn't
who
matter.
wins.
It's an exhibition.
No, it's not.
No.
It's a sanctioned fight.
Well, okay, you can.
And I use that in quotes.
Okay.
Mr. Paul.
What august sporting body sanctioned this?
Probably the.
Hey, Marty.
YouTube.
Sign this. We got to sanction the fight. Let's go chase some poontang.
The Vegas Boxing Association.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you disparage the fine people behind the videotapes bum fights.
They're having 8 2-minute rounds, which I think favors Tyson having shorter rounds. He can come out and just be a beast before he needs to take a
traditional
break.
rounds are 3 minutes. Am I right?
Yes. So that should be good. But yeah, when they walked out for the face-off face-off last night. Jake bent over for some reason and stood up, and Tyson just clocked him across the face, open hand slapped, and everyone jumped in between and pulled Tyson off of him.
Of course they did.
All hype. I mean, yeah, it is, but I'm
was great.
so
But it may have been real hype. Interesting.
I think it was. And a slap from Tyson
has to suck.
No, that's like getting slapped by a hammer.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
a slap.
Not a regular slap,
Yeah.
no.
I would say I've watched all the stuff for the last couple of weeks. Tyson in the past 2 weeks has gone from being like, I'm a fun guy, to I'm a monster and I'm going to murder you. And I'm here for it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tonight, 8 o'clock on Netflix is when there's
The
a few
undercards,
undercard.
Four of
They
those,
should make the walk around 10 p.m. Eastern
Are
Standard.
they having any celebrity card girls?
I don't think so.
Not that I've heard of, but I'm sure there'll be a ton of celebrities on the ground tonight.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's usually like the Grammys or the Oscars. It's usually somebody's daughter or somebody relative, that does that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Who are the ring girls? We got it right here for you. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They usually find some
there's some boob envy here, yeah. Man, oh man.
I imagine Netflix will stack the crowd too with a lot of their celebrities
up front
that they have contracts with.
Oh yeah, I never even thought about that. I think it's going to be popular. I think they have 225 million subscribers. I mean, even if just a small portion of those watch, it's going to be
The most famous ring girls, sorry to interrupt, for the Tyson Paul, Lexi Williams and Virginia Sandhouse Williams, professional models, social media influencers. Yeah.
Let's hope an errant punch knocks one of them out. Again, only the winner should get paid. Then there'd be a real fight.
I would think there would be no fight then.
Yeah.
No one's doing that.
You pay loser $1 million, winner gets $50 million. There's going to be some hitting.
I think there's going to be some actual hitting tonight.
Just enough to.
Don't get me wrong. I could be way wrong. This is more. There's nothing I want more than to see Tyson just annihilate this guy.
Same here.
I hate him so much. He does a great job of being hated. He's great at his job, Jake Paul. But man, I want to see him.
Well, that's what's making this whole thing function.
Right.
Good cop, bad cop. It's all there.
But who would have thought Tyson would be the good cop?
Hey, if you've been following anything lately, you can turn anything around.
Yeah, he's done it.
You can turn black into white in our world. We'll see what happens. I think it'll be interesting.
See a little bleach.
And it's how many? Did they say how many rounds it's supposed to be?
8 rounds, 8 2-minute rounds. Okay.
You think it'll go that long?
I think if Tyson has any chance, he has to knock him out in the first 3 rounds.
Okay.
I think the longer, like I said the other day, he's already 2 hours past his bedtime. The longer it goes, the sleepier he's gonna get.
This is about 3 hours past my bedtime, so I don't know.
I'll miss it too. I'm with you.
I'm going home to nap so I can be.
Are you gonna stay up and watch it too, Jeff?
Oh yeah. I'm getting chicken wings. I'm gonna drink some beers. Be a man for once.
All right. Is your lady friend gonna watch it with you?
No, she hates combat sports, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Me and my son are going to watch it. My son does fight. He has his first fight coming up at the end of January.
Well, he does legitimate boxing.
He does kickboxing.
Oh, kickboxing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man, that's great.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him I'd love to watch him.
You ever done that?
I will not be there.
Have you ever done any kickboxing?
No, I go and watch him, and I don't do it.
You're tired. I messed around with it just for a little.
Yeah.
You're tired after 30 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or at least I was.
It's tough. I took one kickboxing class.
Well, the other day he came home, and there's this gigantic man named Paul who's like the size of Jake Paul, and he busted Elijah in the face the other night. And he came home and he goes, "Paul punched me in the face," and I go, "Yeah, what do you want me to do? He's a professional fighter. I can't help you.
Yeah,
like what do you want me to do? Hit him with my truck? Like I can't. Sorry,
and didn't that happen in Get Punched in the Face class?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what happens when you go to Get Punched in the Face class.
Right.
You got to protect yourself better.
Exactly.
They teach you.
Exactly. Hands up.
Well, so we'll see what happens this evening.
We'll see.
Now, will there be a sequel to this?
Yes. I'm going to say, not necessarily with these two. This will be a regular thing.
I think it's
Netflix
so popular.
We'll get into the live events. It'll be a weekly thing eventually. And they're going to own all entertainment.
Oh, yeah. I got some good hockey news if we want to.
Josh, just for you.
Connor McDavid becomes the fourth fastest NHL player to reach 1,000 points.
That's great. Yeah, he's very good, Tom.
Behind Wayne
Who's he play
Gretzky
for?
and Mario Lemieux.
Plays for one of the ice hockey teams.
Oh, okay. It'd be weird if he were boxing.
The Edmonton Oilers he plays for.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I could not remember for the life of me.
Well, we got some hockey league scores. The Rangers beat San Jose, Tampa Bay over Winnipeg. New Jersey.
No, thank you.
Over.
Who won the game last night?
Posted on the internet.
Oh, we know who won the football game. The Commanders lost 18-26 against the Eagles, which is why I'm at the sports desk today. And Chick McGee's sitting at home.
Yeah, Washington was getting 3.5. So even though Chick took them in the shoe-in, not enough. Not enough.
Damn.
So Joe Franchetti from Erie, Pennsylvania, so far ahead of the Chickster in the shoe-in. He was our Pigskin Picks winner last week, by the way, and got that great gift certificate. From Steven Singer Jewelers, you can get one of those babies, too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. See what I'm talking about. When we come back, we have a story and a song about a head.
Yep.
Just a head. No body. I ain't got nobody. It washed up on the shores of Florida.
Biscayne Bay.
You think the guy that found it is going, I was kind of hoping for one of those bales of cocaine. And I got a dead guy's head. I got a dead,
go hand in hand anyway.
dead guy's head.
Good point. Do you think he put the neck hole to his ear to hear the ocean?
I hear he tried to give him CPR, but nope. I tried. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get a heartbeat. Tried mouth to mouth. Came right out his neck. Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Here's what people don't understand
go
about
on.
the Bob and Tom Show. I get to be the official greeter of our guests.
Great.
And I believe
Right.
we do have a guest waiting in the green room.
Sure.
And I would like to greet officially our guest,
That's Jim Gaffigan.
Hi, how are you,
Jim
Christy
Gaffigan.
Lee?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's so nice
It is
to
great
see
to be
you.
here.
Not set up or anything.
You know
Oh, are you
that-
on you got your own reality show?
I do. It's called Nobody Really Cares What Christy Lee Does Behind the Scenes, but we're going to show it to him anyway. Thank you, Jim. It's so good to see you.
Okay, let's move. Let's show people what you eat back here, Christy.
Oh, well, my favorite thing is right over here. This is called chocolate-covered raisins, or I call Nirvana.
Sure. Have a.
And you know what's great is the way that's set up is like there's tons of hands going in there.
Yes.
And so hands are usually covered with feces. So.
He's absolutely right.
So now you're going to ruin my favorite
Enjoy.
snack in the green room?
The treat.
Well,
There used to be soup here in the morning. What happened to the soup? There used to be different things.
He
Or does it
retired.
come at like 9 or
He
something?
retired. So now we have to eat things that look like feces. So that's it.
Or is it
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
Josh, what are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say?
Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
A Swedish sexual rights group unilaterally proclaimed a new English term for what it considers one of the most misunderstood parts of the female anatomy.
Who's this group? I'm sorry.
A Swedish sexual rights group.
Okay.
They want to change the name of the hymen to the vaginal corona.
The vaginal corona?
corona.
So does that mean it's still
Isn't
there?
that corona?
If there's a lime in it?
corona. Corona, right?
What is
corona?
Isn't that already taken?
Vaginal corona?
No, isn't corona already used in anatomy?
Well, not vaginal corona.
Not
You
vaginally.
can add the names. But vaginal corona.
Who was upset about the word hymen?
The group hoped the new term would displace the traditional Swedish word for hymen, which is too long and too weird for me to pronounce, which translates literally as virginity membrane and led to misconceptions about female sexuality.
It's the you pronounce that the Phonortner.
The Phonortner?
The Phonortner.
Actually,
I think it's the plug-in vagin.
The Phonortner. The plug-in vagin.
The plug-in vagin.
See
Come
why-
on. Go with the
see
corona.
why I sat on this story for 2 hours?
Come
I'm
on
absolutely
now.
worried about
Hyman's classic, like Yankees. You're not going to get rid of that.
But it was.
So this is just the Swedish. They don't want to change the English term. They just want to go. This
No,
is just
it's-
for
well,
the Swedish language. So I
Yes,
see.
the Swedish are changing.
Because of the
So-
guilt associated with.
So it would be
if
as
it
if
breaks before you actually have sex.
So
yeah, in case you.
what's the
have
loose
Corona
translation?
has burst.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And
What do
how
you mean,
could,
the
how
loose
could that?
So I'm confused. So
And
what's
that
the
could
new
always
what's the
happen
new
accidentally.
Swedish word?
Vaginal corona.
But that's English.
I don't know what the Swedish word is.
They're the ones changing it.
I know, but it's hard to pronounce, I guess. Durkin.
Don't the Swedes with Tiger? Don't they have enough trouble right now?
No,
Shouldn't they
yeah.
just be quiet about stuff for a little while?
Yeah, but it's sex over there.
It is, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
They are way ahead of us sexually. I can't
Yeah.
argue with that.
Well, I can't wait to see the commercials.
Yeah.
If you get the Corona, they got the one right now where the limes are being. They're playing
the
finger flip football.
Finger flip football with limes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
can
also have the
imagine
other
if all
one
of a
where
sudden there's a
there's a-
hymen involved in that.
The guy's skipping rocks, and then he skips his phone.
Do you see the one where the woman and the man are sitting there in the lounge chairs looking out at the ocean, and the girl walks by, and
Yeah.
the guy spends a little bit too much time looking at her?
Yeah.
And she
squirts
squeezes
him.
the line. He waits way too long to react. He jumps late.
Because they're acting.
Yeah, I know. That's a bad job.
And,
You
he,
should've
and the actor
It's just a
is
bad job.
used to having things squirted in his face.
That's true. And the last thing that actor's interested in is a woman walking by in a bikini. That's probably.
That's where the acting
They're
came.
all. Yeah.
Let me get that phone call. Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
I think I've solved this puzzle while they're changing Hyma to Coronas.
Yeah?
Well, because everybody knows in fourth grade, English class, you learn about hymens. I mean, certain words are hymenated. Super Bowl, low pitch, doghouse,
No, but
squirt gun.
Donnie, that's hyphen.
Hyphen.
It's all hymenated. Punt, pass, and kick, all of them.
Punt, pass, and kick. Okay, those are hyphens. Okay, we'll find out more about
Vaginal corona.
hymen talk. We'll come back. I'm very confused when we return.
Know it all.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
$1,000 an hour here on Q95 Radio, beginning at 9 o'clock. So just a few hours away from that, we got a lot of cool stuff on the way, including a story right now about a head.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. My gosh, have you joined us at the right time? From what I understand, Tom, we have a story about a noggin.
A head.
I thought you were going to say about
a head with, as David Lee Roth would sing, I ain't got no body. Coming up.
Louis Prima, please.
Well, I think our audience may be more familiar with the David Lee Roth version.
I assure you they are.
Your audience might like.
David Lee Roth.
They're both awesome.
Funny guy.
Yeah, I love those.
A really good guy. And I just finished reading the book by Alex Van Halen, which I highly recommend. And he has some nice things to say about Mr. Roth and a couple of semi-critical things.
Well,
but it's an interesting read. The great Van Halen, great music.
I'm sure if you wrote a book about all of us, you'd have the same. Some good, some bad.
Ooh, wait a minute. Let me think about this. Do you want to do the head story?
Authorities in Florida investigating how a headless human head, did I say that? How a bodiless human head washed up on a beach. The man's head was found by a beach worker in Key Biscayne, which is a barrier island just off of Miami. Miami-Dade Police Department Detective Andre Martin said there was no body attached to the head.
This is just horrifying.
Detectives were awaiting results from the medical examiner, hoping that would lead to the identification of the man.
Well, I couldn't find the fingerprints, Lewis. Really? So they got dental records and
they have to use dental records.
Hairstyle.
Couldn't they have just checked his wallet?
Keeps it tucked behind his ear. Yeah.
And again, the person that found it, can you imagine you see some on the beach, you're thinking you'll kick it. Oh, what is this?
At first, it was like a coconut.
Coconut, yeah. And then it's
that would scar you for life.
It would be just awful.
Like you get the rest of the day off work,
right?
I would hope so. Yeah.
John, sorry about the head thing. We need to go check the toilet paper in the bathroom. No, I'm taking the rest of the day
From
off.
one head to another.
like Vince Vaughn and Bad Monkey.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to go inspect the kitchens at this Key West restaurant. But wait a minute, I'm trying to solve a murder here. Yikes! They didn't try to resuscitate it when they found it.
Well, no.
I mean, that's probably the protocols. There's probably some rule. Well, Muldoon, did you know the protocol?
Mouth to mouth.
Find a body.
Sir,
resuscitate.
I didn't try that.
Well,
no wonder he died.
They probably in the report, efforts of resuscitation failed.
Do you still call an ambulance, or do you just call like a bicycle guy?
And you call a cooler.
With a basket.
Get a cooler.
Yeah.
Or some dude with a bowling bag.
I know that they. How do I word this without getting in trouble? There was someone that I knew that
lost their head.
The nature of their death was such that there wasn't anything left, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they did a full casket with the.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well,
I wasn't.
Yeah.
With essentially,
I wasn't going to
looked like a burnt fried chicken dinner.
Well, they didn't have an open casket, Tom.
They didn't know they opened it.
Jesus.
Well,
do you have a song, Pat?
You know what Key Biscayne is near?
He was the only corpse that had coleslaw next to him.
You can't really use the word corpse. It was more of a. It's Key Biscayne down there by Hialeah and by Miami Beach.
Yes, it's right near Hialeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
A head washed up on the shore near Hialeah. Some folks have said it's the mafia. Now see if you can guess the rhymes. Don't we enjoy that?
Yes.
Could be the work of the cartel or North Korea. Oh, a head washed up on the shore near Hialeah. Maybe a husband gave his wife gonorrhea.
Damn it.
And she cut off his head, her own ID. Panacea.
That's rough and
I'll give you an easier one. Maybe a person slit their throat after watching Tyler Perry's Medea. Cocaine washed up on the shore near
Hialeah.
Oh, you guys did great.
Thank you.
Great.
You don't hear panacea much.
No, you don't.
There's no diarrhea verse?
No. Oh, Tom.
You didn't write it.
Since it was just a head, they don't know if it had diarrhea. Okay.
That would have worked.
Don't worry, we've got poop coming up.
Now, do you suppose that? I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of the current television thing. I forget what channel it's on. The Bad Monkey, the Vince Vaughn thing.
Oh, it's on Apple TV.
Apple TV, in which they find an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And there's a whole.
Finding an arm is a lot better than finding a head.
Less traumatizing?
I wonder if you could tell
you can live through losing an arm.
I see.
Yeah. If you could tell it was a head. You know, I mean, like, how long was it in the ocean? Was it, ugh.
No kidding.
Did it
have barnacles on it?
Yeah. Like a tiny crab crawled out of its nostril.
I just want to be there in the scene where the guy's in there that looks like Richard Dreyfuss going, "This was no boating accident."
Yeah.
I wonder how.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean, don't they have kind of like those monster heads like in the sea that have been there for a while? Ugh.
Well, obviously, it was a violent crime.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, somebody lost their head. Very angry.
Hard to do that in an accident, isn't it? Well, unless you're in a car accident, I guess, or a boating accident.
My God!
Pretty sure what happened.
Got his head stuck in the propeller.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, that wouldn't be a clean cut, though. I mean,
No, that's true. Yeah.
This was some sort of cartel, I imagine.
Cocaine is probably involved.
I think so, yeah.
Hey, speaking of heads and hair, the annual hair freezing contest in Canada has been canceled.
on a lighter note,
Yes. No one's losing their head over this one because it isn't cold enough.
Oh.
The yearly competition is held at Eclipse Nordic Hot Springs in the Yukon.
hey, it's only November, for God's sake.
Participants dip into the naturally warmed water before allowing the air to flash freeze their hair into strange shapes. Sounds fun. Temperatures failed to drop, though, below the -4 this year that organizers decided to cancel the contest.
I'm looking at the ones from a previous year. This is really funny.
Look at that.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're in the water. They've got to be freezing, and their hair is it's flying in every direction, frozen. That's great.
The water is hot. So
Right,
it's hot
yeah.
springs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Right.
The air is freezing.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be cool.
And their hair looks like it's been that fake snow has been sprayed on them.
Yeah, it looks like silly string.
Yeah, very much
That
so.
one looks like a howling wolf on top. The second one from
It absolutely does. And
Like
you
on
and I
top
need
of-
to not do edibles every morning. But it absolutely does.
So they canceled it.
Yep. Didn't get below -4, Tom.
God, -4. How about a wet T-shirt contest?
Yeah.
Well, that would be some.
Oh, your nipples would fall off.
Yeah, that'd be serious.
Is that possible?
Well,
Maybe.
think about it. Yeah.
I was on a
would
beach
think
once
so.
and 4 nipples washed up. Yeah. Must have been 2 people, I guess.
Did you try to resuscitate him? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Now, coming up, well, I think I have time for this real quick question. The fight tonight. Can you bet on it?
Yeah.
Jake Paul is at -200. Tyson plus 160. So Jake Paul is favored to win tonight.
Okay. Now, I want to play a little audio for you that suggests perhaps how you should bet.
Okay.
This is Wesley Snipes from Passenger 57. Listen carefully.
Charlie, you ever play roulette? On occasion. Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
There you go. There's your tip.
The horn sting is so great before the
Always bet on black.
22. Black 22, my friends.
Thank you very much. Well, I wonder how the betting is going. I wonder what. It'll be interesting to see if they release those numbers. We have a lot to get to today here in the Bob and Tom program. Got a special guest on the way in. I'm looking forward to that. Plus, we're going to find out about, we have more Miami news, this time happy news. It started with just ahead, but it ended up with the whole kid. We have a baby being born.
We got food, right? Do we have food, Jess?
Yeah, I brought.
I'm
some
hungry.
Thanksgiving
Will you
stuff.
bring in food?
Yeah.
Plus, we have a hilarious story about someone trying to, defraud an insurance company.
Oh.
Not very smartly. You'll
That
see.
plan never worked.
Well, this one's so dumb, and there's so much money involved. It's great. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I am a turkey bird. I live a turkey life. I got me 13 turkey kids and a little turkey wife. I got a lot of corn and wander around the pen. Have a drink of water, then I have have some corn again. A feather sticking out, a pecking on the ground. Come on, check me out. I'm strutting all around. Dangly noodle hang thing, growing off my face. Looking good, only thing to say is my big brother Jake, he always was the smarty. He heard that November ends, we're going to a party. Going to a party, I'll be the guest of honor, where they will present to me a red pop-up thermom. Had a little dream, all the good china. You know I like cranberries, lighting the candles. Pass me the rutabaga. Any corn left? Getting kind of sleepy. Ate too much? Boy, I'm stuffed. I am a turkey bird. I live a turkey life. I got me 13 turkey kids and a little turkey wife.
Slide guitar. I wrote a song a long time ago called "The Lifelong Tiger Fan Blues." I know the Cubs have issues, but the Tigers have had for a long time. And I wrote it when we were like 0 for 19 years, and then we got good in 2006. But then this particular season, 2010 here, we were great, and then we went off the cliff. So I rewrote it about a week ago. I've been a baseball fan since I was a little boy. I had a bedroom full of little baseball toys, batting a ball and a Wilson glove. Yeah, me and the national pastime, we was oh so in love. Every opening day, I still get that itch. I can hardly wait for that very first pitch. All my hopes and dreams all in place. I get visions of my Tigers in a pennant race. Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. 2006, we made it all the way to the fabled Fall Classic, only get a St. Louis whooping and our Detroit ass kicked. 2009, we was tied with the Twins. We had to go to Minnesota to lose it again. In 2010, started off with a bang. We was leading the league in everything. Hang on.
It's for you.
Oh, but come the All-Star break, our season's done. Our goose is cooked, oh, they're setting our sun. Win or lose, I get a lifelong Tiger fan blues. Bring back K-Line, bring back Cash, bring back Greenberg, and all them homers each smash. Mickey Cochran, Schoolboy Rowe, Ty Cobb, and Rocky Colavito. Win or lose, got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. And this is the rewrite. First Samaya broke his arm, then Inge broke his hand while Mags was breaking his foot. Guillen was pulling his ham. Half of our roster was MIA. Now half of Toledo's been called up to play. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in signs. And waiting on your destiny's a waste of time. But how the hell else can we possibly explain Armando Galarraga's imperfect game? Win or lose, I got a lifelong Tiger fan blues. life ain't fair, nice guys finish last. You can't have a future if you don't have a past. Yet still I hope, and still I pray, another World Series gonna come my way. But folks, mark my words and learn this lesson. Cut your losses and count your blessings. Or just like me, you're gonna end up crying while spending Sunday afternoons with the Detroit Lions. I got a lifelong Tiger fan blue.
That's great.
Oh, there's some frustration there.
Jeff Daniels. Affordable credit options. So check out your eyes and get them checked by going to lantereyecare.com. That's Lanter, Lanter Eye Care.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Oh, hello there.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker is here.
Hi.
And she's just brought us in some wonderful Thanksgiving treats. We'll tell you all about it in a second. Jeff Oskey has already been trying them. He's sitting in at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk this morning.
Hello.
Mouthful of stuffing. There's Ace Cosby.
I didn't get anything.
Oh, you didn't yet?
Oh, sorry. This I don't need one.
And I am Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. And there's the captain of us all, the Horatio Hornblower.
Oh, I like that.
Fine ship we call the Bob and Tom Show. Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, Miss Hooker, what exactly is this?
So there's one that looks like a traditional stuffing, and that is Pat's vegan stuffing.
All right.
And yeah, it's safe. It's
You know what the Native Americans called a vegan?
What?
Lousy hunter. Lousy.
Both of these are actually dressings because we didn't stuff it in a turkey to cook it. So,
and by the way, don't the experts say you should not cook.
A lot of people say
you should not put it inside the turkey because if you want to get it up to temperature, you're going to have to overcook the bird.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yes, don't worry about it so you can be the first in line at the ER.
I've never been sick from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the vegan stuffing. It's just
it's delicious.
It's
Jess.
chestnuts and mushrooms and all of those things.
Black beans, maybe?
No black beans. No.
I can really taste the black beans.
There's no.
Oh, I thought I was tasting some rutabaga.
There is no rutabaga. I promise that. I'll never be allowed to cook that in my kitchen again because they're
both good.
So bad. Yeah, the other one actually is a turkey tenderloin stuffed with cornbread. Sausage cornbread stuffing.
Well,
so.
I need about 3 more pounds.
Yeah, that explains why it's so good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, so I took basically the main character, which is usually the turkey, and stuffed it with stuffing. And that way, if you're having a smaller Thanksgiving, you can do something like this with turkey tenderloins instead of preparing an entire turkey.
Yeah,
that's a great
smart move.
Yeah.
And more people are actually going out for Thanksgiving.
Yes,
They're going to a restaurant or whatever. But
yeah, I've never done cornbread stuffing before. This was the first one for me.
Good. It's great.
Yeah, very good. I let sausage and bacon. You can't go wrong. So
yeah, it's very, very good. Thank you, Jess. And now, Mr. we were discussing Mr. Godwin's what is it? Veganism. Your religious fervor,
delicious,
with respect to not eating, and you don't do the tofurkey or the. Wait a minute. What? I'm sorry. What's the vegan one called?
Tofurkey.
Is that tofurkey? That's the one made of tofu.
Yeah, it's just imitation food, really. It's
okay.
Gross,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think Norman Rockwell's famous Thanksgiving dinner painting would really be the same if there was a sliced tofurkey there and all the happy looking kids going, "Where are the black people?"
On a side note, do you have this recipe for the stuffing posted anywhere, Jess?
No,
Will
I'll give it to you.
Today?
Listen, I know this is really rude and it's not nice, but I don't like to do recipes because I very rarely write anything down. I just do it from my food heart. I don't measure anything.
Plus, you have to write the 9-page story.
Yeah, it can never be.
That's all I want is the story.
It can never be the recipe. Of course, my grandmother, who came over on a boat from Slovenia, used to always say, "Oh, for God's sake."
Yeah, but it's a lot of work to remember everything you did and then write it down. And then
see, this is why Grandma Clampetts. Remember that whole episode? Well, they couldn't.
Grandma Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she had a deal to write a cookbook, but it couldn't because she didn't have the proper measurements. It was a pinch of this and
a dash of that.
Yeah, yeah. You got to have it all measured out for the American palate. So another failure for Granny. We were discussing this interesting news story about a human head washing up on shore in Hialeah, actually, or near Hialeah, and was it Biscayne? Key Biscayne.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a nice area?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
And big ritzy mansions and stuff.
Oh, the ritziest.
So some guy's walking in among these giant mansion beach homes, and there's a human head in the beach?
Yeah.
Yowza.
You think we'll find out? Will they identify him? Will they make
They
that
might
public?
figure it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe.
But if it's an open case, if it's, depending on if there's something.
I mean, they can't publish a photograph of it, can they?
No.
I would hope not. That's very grisly.
Yeah.
Well,
Faces of death.
and there's a strong chance it's not from someone here in America. So if it's not, then that we aren't going to have other people's, dental records and stuff from other countries.
This was like the worst of the beach blanket bingo movies. Yeah. The guy, he goes, where'd you get the head? He goes, not from Annette Funicello. Frigid.
Boy, I could dip it in Skippy and she wouldn't go.
That is such a great reference. Bravo. For the 6 people that get that, thank you, Josh. It's so funny. I'm sorry. Christy Lee, what do you got? Do you have the happy story from Miami?
The happy story.
Yeah,
from
instead of a
Miami.
dead body, we got a brand new baby in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys like the song by Will Smith, Miami?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it, never will.
You have because I played it in a Failed to Mention News about 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
When I was doing a joke about Miami.
We don't remember anything we do in here.
I understand.
We're very busy.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was during my segment, so you were probably tuned out. But I did play Welcome to Miami.
Okay.
Well, somewhere I have that story. I have no idea where.
Oh,
but
boy. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody.
there was a baby born at the Miami airport, I believe, wasn't it? Tom?
Yeah. No, here we go.
Oh, here it is. A woman gave birth to a baby boy in Miami International Airport's ticketing area.
Oh.
The woman was in between flights when her water broke near checkpoint 1 in the pre-security area.
They wouldn't let her on the plane, by the way.
Why not?
When her water broke, it was more than 3 ounces.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. And by the way, you're going to need another ticket for that kid.
Yeah.
Miami-Dade Fire Rescue responded to the scene and helped the woman deliver the baby. Video shows the newborn on the ground peeking out from a blanket as first responders help the mom.
I bet you want to get on early. You want to be on early boarding now because you've got fallopian tubes dripping or whatever those are called.
Fallopian tubes dripping.
How many kids do you have? And you don't even know the right term.
He doesn't know anything about biology. Nothing.
He thinks the fallopian tubes come out like an octopus.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid.
They're dripping.
No, I mean, they don't go back in?
They don't have anything to do with.
Okay, sorry.
What is the standard rule for a baby flying? How old do they have to be? 2? Okay.
2 is when you have to buy them a ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, in this case, she's in the airport.
Between flights.
But she's in the part, she's already gone through security, right?
It said pre-security.
Yeah.
Oh, so she must have gone out. Oh, unless it was an international thing, maybe.
Oh, that's possible.
Should she have been
flying?
I thought the rule was you don't fly in the 3rd trimester.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's old.
I mean, I know sometimes people don't have a choice, but
who knows?
Maybe she couldn't afford a hospital and she wanted somewhere that had an x-ray machine in case there were complications.
That's fair.
So she decided to head to the...
By the way, ma'am, congratulations. It's going to be a boy.
Yeah.
Can you hold it in for... They can't tell you not to get in the plane, though, right?
I don't
know.
I don't know.
Not yet.
I think my doctor said you couldn't fly after 30 weeks or something like that.
But I mean, can someone from the airline...
Well, what are they going to do? Ask you how far along
yeah, ma'am, I don't think you should be getting on the plane. I can see the head sticking out.
You're already crowning.
Yeah. Good news, it's not breech, but...
Do doctors not want you flying in the last trimester, if that is because it could pose an emergency for the plane and the people involved, or is it something where the baby, it's not good for the child?
I thought it had something to do with like retaining water, blood pressure, like those are things
So there
that
are
put you at risk.
Okay, yeah.
The mother at risk.
I see.
And you also know that it would be guaranteed if this were to happen, you'd be sitting next to the lady.
Do you think you could deliver a baby if a woman went into, into labor in front of you?
And I'm the only one that's, I would
You're
do my
right
best.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yep.
Yeah.
According to the internet, and it knows everything, flying during the last trimester is generally safe. However, most commercial airlines will allow pregnant people to fly up to 36 weeks if it's a single pregnancy, 32 weeks if you're carrying twins. And then, of course, your health situation, your complications, you should talk to your doctor. So
just make sure you're.
Yeah, the blood clot thing could be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I just thought back to my son's birth.
Yeah.
And I did get a little queasy when the doctor's hand disappeared and then came back out with my son. That I almost went down.
Yeah, I can see.
I was like, wow, that's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, you gotta know what's what. Is that a head or is that the afterbirth?
But when the baby started coming out, I did catch him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yay, it's got a penis, it's a boy, and I held him up to the sky, and it was
like you were
great.
Moses or something.
Oh yeah.
Did you cut the?
I did, and I had no idea that it was like cutting through a tree branch.
Yeah.
Like you think it would be cutting through like a chicken breast, but no, it's like cutting through a chicken bone. Like there's a snap to it when it finally gives.
Yeah.
And that almost dropped me as well. I forgot about
Tom
that.
has scissors to cut umbilical cords.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll cut anything.
Right here.
That's exactly the scissors I use.
So if your water breaks, Jess, over here, I'm ready.
Are you pregnant?
No.
I've got rubber gloves over here. I've got goggles. I'm in good
I
shape.
do want to have a child, but I will not hold it or even look at it until that black belly button thing falls off.
That is crazy.
Nothing grosses me out more.
No, I want to see if you've been paying attention. You're something of a wordsmith.
Very much so, yes.
You know a lot about words, but you're not part of our Wordle group.
No, because
by design.
It's too good for Wordle.
Do you know the name of the first excretory emission of a baby?
Is it cadmium?
Close.
No, close. Something like that?
You're missing a letter.
Castorum or?
I think isn't it merconium? Merconium.
Oh, okay, I was way off.
Merconium.
It sounds kind of like that place like eBay.
And it looks like black
Mercari.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be on the elemental table.
It looks like tar.
The periodic table.
It is,
But it's just the first one, I guess.
Merconium. Okay.
Yeah, people save it.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. You do, you weirdo.
Little array of merconium. Well, look at this big one. That was Sam. Now, I wonder if they're going to do the standard name the kid.
Oh, like Delta.
Yeah, name the kid with something having to do with the airline.
Yeah.
What Miami? What Pat? You live there. What's the hub?
The hub, MIA.
No, but what airline is hubbed in Miami? Is there one that's centered?
No, they were all down there.
But Mia is a nice name.
Yeah.
TWA.
Do we know if it's TWA?
You don't want
fly
you don't
anymore,
want
Tom.
Twa to be
especially for a boy.
Too much
or
your daughter.
Or if her last name is Tortellini.
This is Twa Tortellini.
Okay.
We've done some good work here. Thank you very much.
We have more health news on the way.
We do. We got a great guest coming, and I'm very excited. We're going to meet Gianmarco, and I'm really concerned that I'm going to.
Gianmarco.
Gianmarco.
There's only one of them.
I know. See, I'm concerned about mispronouncing his last name.
Gianmarco Soresi.
That was good. Mm-hmm. Can you do it for me when he gets here?
I'd be happy.
Every time I say it, hey, I'd like to say hello to Gianmarco
Soresi.
Thank you very much. Is that going to be awkward?
Yes.
He's super funny,
but
so
why are we not?
I'm really excited, so I'm already ruining the intro. This part of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's just say the season is about to arrive that I think this for almost everybody adds just a little bit of stress.
A little bit?
Everyone's going, a little bit my ass.
Mm-hmm.
This is where therapy, of course, is so useful. And BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy in a much simpler way. It's not going to take a lot of extra time. You're not going to have to hop in your car or take the bus or go across town and meet a therapist and not like him and oh no, or her. The way this works is you do a questionnaire and online, and you'll get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists anytime, no additional charge, and the therapy itself is done online. So you can do it like a phone call, you can do it like a Zoom call where you're looking at he or she, or you can do it texting back. It's about what works for you. It's that simple. So get yourself into therapy with BetterHelp. You go to betterhelp.com/BT show. The /BT show part will knock 10% off your first month. I just got a letter from someone who was had tried this, and they were just saying how great it was, and the convenience factor, because you're doing it online, so you can do it with your phone. You could be at work and go in the back or whatever. You can do it in the privacy of wherever you want to be. You could be in your car, whatever works for you. It's betterhelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp, HELP. betterhelp.com/BT show. Maybe a little work on yourself will make you feel a lot better about everything and be the best you can be. betterhelp.com/BT show. Coming up, we're going to meet Gianmarco. Pat, get ready with some Italian music for me, will you? Okay. See if you can find your buddy. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Tiki Barber here. Remember the days when I was a running back in the NFL? Well, if you're on your feet all day like I was, you get the struggle. The secret is orange insoles. Their insoles are like magic for your feet and body. They'll help you kick hip pain, sore feet, and lower back discomfort to the sidelines. Feel better, do more with orange insoles.
A lot to get to here. Oh, wait.
Yes, I will get that. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Oh, Donnie.
You guys are getting all excited about Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
I'll say it like this. This might surprise you, but it's my favorite of all the holidays.
Really?
Is
Oh.
it?
I swear to God. Well, think of it. You get to stuff yourself for free. Then after you're stuffed, you head off the mall for some hand-to-hand combat over a set of discounted $5 earbuds.
Yeah.
And after court costs, they run you about 20. But by the way, I heard you guys talking the last couple of weeks about these turduckens and stuff. What's it, a chicken and a
Stuffed in a duck. Stuffed in a turkey. It's ridiculous.
In a turkey.
Yes.
Well, if you love turduckens, you'll love our Baker family tradition.
Oh, what do you do?
We do splarky.
Yes, what's that?
Well, you take your 20-pound turkey.
Right.
Then you're going to stuff it with 7 cans of Spam.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
4 dozen Slim Jims.
Right.
About 6 bags of Funyuns.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
Bake
Now-
it 375, 350, about 6 to 8 hours, and serve.
Now, Donnie, you know 4 dozen Slim Jims is 48 Slim Jims, right?
Well, these are the minis, chick.
Okay.
So that's your splurky.
These look like the Virginia Slim Jims.
Oh, okay.
Very silly, Donnie.
Well, the turkey comes out so moist, and then that Funyun stuffing ain't nothing to shake your stick at neither.
Oh.
I love Thanksgiving.
Sounds
You know,
good.
Thanksgiving is like not only eating, it's a good time to argue with your family in person and not just on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Because it used to be all us men be in the family room watching Scarface, and then all the women be in the kitchen cooking.
Right.
But nowadays, you got the Republican side of your family hanging out in the garage while the Democrats are all huddled up by the mini barn. the mom's all left alone in the kitchen with that libertarian cousin who's transitioning from Mark back to Martha. Swear to God.
Oh, transitioning.
Oh, I see.
But I hope you're planning on making one of our Sparkies. If you do, take the Spam out of the can.
Oh, yeah, that's helpful.
Oh,
I would think so.
good to know.
Our hottest cousin Amber, she learned the hard way. When Spam cans end up bursting, she tried deep frying the bird, ruined Thanksgiving and her carport.
Oh, yeah.
And you say she's your hottest cousin.
Yeah.
Hey, Judge, if you want, Josh, but that's why I take rubbers to the family reunion.
Okay.
The turkey actually still tasted good after the accident. I mean, what you could find of it. You had to eat it around the shrapnel.
Yeah, sure.
Like peel and eat shrimp a little bit. Oh, and you'll want to take the Slim Jims out of the wrappers, too.
Yes.
Good point.
My cousin Lonnie looked like that turtle with the stopped-up nose that ruined plastic straws for everybody. Pretty good. I'm going to go.
All right, see you, Donnie.
There you go. There you go.
That turtle. How dare he inhale those straws?
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try?
Get the link at bobandtom.com.
Race fans, it's May, and you're out at the track. You're hot and thirsty. If you don't get some relief quick, just like those Indy cars, your body's gonna overheat. That's why you need the cool, refreshing blast of body fuel. It's like an overhaul for your body in a 12-ounce can. Just one drink, and you'll be refueled and ready for anything your busy lifestyle demands. Excuse me, sir. You look hot and thirsty.
Boy, I sure am. I got my 2 kids with me, and I forgot the cooler in the car. God, it's got to be 100 degrees out here. I could sure go for a cold drink of water.
Water? You don't want water. You want something that'll replenish all the fluids you've lost. You need the overhaul for your body in a 12-ounce can. You need body fuel.
Body fuel? I never heard of it.
That's because it's new. Here, try it, sweet.
Jesus! This tastes like motor oil.
Well, there is some motor oil in there. And some transmission fluid, gasoline, and even a little engine coolant.
Engine coolant? Hey, I can't see.
Well, of course you can't see. That's the power of body on your system, making it just like brand new. What do you think of body fuel?
Are you trying to kill me? Hey, what's that fizzing noise?
That's a little battery end. It'll keep your body running smooth and efficient. How do you like the sporty racing look of the package?
I can't see it. I can't see anything.
Well, it's very sporty. Don't worry, preliminary testing shows that the blindness is only a temporary side effect. Anyway, how about that refreshing, cool, clear taste?
Come here. I'm going to sue you bastards. Come here. Where are you? I can't see anything.
Body fuel. When you're so thirsty you could die. Try one of Body Fuel's 3 delicious flavors. Original lemon lime.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. We've got Jess Hooker sitting in with us this morning.
Hi.
As well as Jeff Oskey at the Dude Wife Sports Desk. Hello. Regular goofballs, Ace, Christy, me, Tom. And Tom, we have a very special guest with us. Pat's here as well.
Yeah, we got Pat Godwin behind the glass. We used to call that the Nuremberg room, which was not correct, by the way. There was no glass at that trial. Mr. Godwin has moved back there because in the hot seat, we have Gianmarco Soresi.
Hello.
How did I do?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up Maryland, Potomac, Maryland.
Okay.
Not in Italy? Darn it.
I know. I'm much more Jewish than I am Italian, just to get that out there.
So what? So Dad was Italian?
Dad's like a little Italian.
Okay.
Like a little. And Mom's just Jewish. And they gave me this name. And when my dad raised me, he acted like I was 100% Italian.
Oh.
And I did, the DNA. And it's I guess in like the 1930s, my great-grandpa Luigi, his real name, my great-grandpa Luigi, and my great-grandma Donkey Kong, they immigrated here. Little island of Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah. For a second, you thought it was real. You're like, you're Sicily, yes.
We're morons. We'll believe anything. And now your name, it's Gianmarco, but you spell it Gianmarco. So everyone must just assume that you're, right off the boat.
Right off the boat. Italians, they come up to me, they say, "Buongiorno, come va?" And I'm like, no, I don't speak to Italians.
Now, we're friends with Birbiglia, Mike Birbiglia, the great comedian who's on tour right now. He's got a great new show. I just saw it. I've seen it a couple times. But when the first time he came in here, he pointed out that his name probably should be pronounced Birbiglia.
Sure.
But as a young comedian getting introduced, historically, he had a whole roster of mispronunciations of his name. It would be, Bahuski, et cetera, et cetera. So eventually we had a whole set of jingles introducing him with the incorrectly pronounced name, which if I could dig them up, they'd be very humorous. But I'm assuming...
That's all right. We're talking to our guest now.
I'm getting to a point here. I'm working with Philistines, Gianmarco. I'm getting my point is he
has a crush on Birbiglia, and we try to get him to.
I know. You had to have suffered as a young comedian being introduced. We've got Gianmarco Soresi. I mean, I can't imagine people got it.
Well, I get a lot of Gianmarco Scorsese. I get that a lot. And my line would be like, listen, if my last name was Scorsese, I wouldn't be performing in this basement with you idiots. I get a lot of Giancarlo, Soresi, but I don't care. you got to let that go.
Yeah.
Did somebody
name stuff? No one likes that. No one likes if you go, hey, it's actually this. I just go with it.
Yeah.
Because people have known me for years. They still call me Giancarlo, and I'll never correct them. I let someone else do it. I just wait.
Yeah.
It's not Giancarlo. Yeah. I'm just a little bit intimidated, but I would say in contemporary culture, in the world of, say, news, it's gotten a lot looser. People are actually using their real names.
Mm-hmm.
You go back 60 years, and everybody had a fairly simple name. They even
Christy Lee. Fake.
Yeah.
Mine is very real. Yeah, when people ask, I always have to say it twice. They're like, Jess Hooker. Hooker? Yes, like the prostitute. And that's how I clear it up. Yeah. And they don't think it's Booker or anything else.
Were you made fun of in school?
No, it's my married name.
Oh, no, wait a second. Wow. Now, you're being too nice to yourself. Tell them the truth.
My maiden name is Prosser, and so the kids used to call me Jessie Prostitute.
Oh,
very clever. And then I married a hooker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, she also sleeps with people for money. It didn't all just have to do with her name.
Yeah.
So going from prostitute to hooker.
Yeah.
So would they call you like Giancarlo Soresi?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, my dad, he was like, he was a fighter. He would, punch people, and they called him Crazy Soresi.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's how I know I'm different, because when I was in high school, people just called me Soresi So Gazy.
Oh.
See, kids are so nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. But I would just, did anyone early on suggest that you change your name?
I had a manager in the beginning who said you need to change it to something more Jewish.
Oh.
And they were like, we're going to get you meetings with network heads, and you're going to walk in, they're going to expect Gianmarco, and you're going to be like, I'm Gianmarco. And I said no. And I'm glad I said no, because they got me none of those meetings. Give me the meetings first, and then we'll talk about the name change. We're not going to go the other way.
Yeah, right?
So,
yeah. But I've noticed especially that news people now, they've got somewhat awkward names, and sometimes they should change them. Like the guy named Spunt. You know that guy?
Yeah, but that's it. Look, we're children.
Yeah.
So most people
I like Mr. Spunt, Mr. Vagina.
Right,
Josh. Most people wouldn't think twice.
Right. Yeah, they don't have our ridiculous brain.
The awkward hyphenated names.
does Hooker, does it start from was it an old fishing thing back in the day?
No, I think it's actually, what I've been told is there was a General Hooker, and he was known for being quite the ladies' man. And when he would come to town, they would be Hooker's women. They would all seek him out. They'd want to spend the night with him.
Is that right?
Yeah, there is a memorial to him somewhere on the East Coast.
That sounds like it's been sanitized. I'm wondering if he had prostitutes there for his troops.
And they were called
that seems to me to be
women.
That's how?
I think that
I always assumed it was because they were hooking men into
pulling them in.
Yeah,
I think it was actually a last name.
Isn't that
before
interesting?
It was associated with prostitutes.
Now, Mr. Oskey, your real name is some unpronounceable.
Asha Hauskanowski.
No, you're Kazuntai.
That's true.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Asha Hauskanowski.
Wow. Is that your dad's name, or did he change it?
That's my grandfather's name. When he came over from Poland, he changed it.
Okay. What night does he bowl? Sorry.
You ask him what time does he bowl?
What night does he bowl? Sorry.
Tuesday.
That's not
yeah, I find that offensive Tuesday night.
We're ignoring our guest. Tall, slender man. Wears glasses. They can't see you. This is radio.
Slender Man that's like a
creepy pasta.
That's like it's like a monster. The Slender Man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Lanky. I prefer lanky.
Forgot about that.
Gangly is what
one of my sons just went to that bridge. There's some.
The Slender Man Bridge?
Yeah, there's a
Mothman Bridge.
Oh, the Mothman Bridge. Sorry, I get my
Mothman.
My fake horror things mixed up.
Scary movie.
Cryptozoology.
Yeah, of course. That's a fine science. So you're a tall, thin fellow.
Thank you.
Now, were you an athlete and did you play basketball?
No. I did a little basketball, and I still remember my high school basketball coach. He always used to tell me, "You miss 100% of the shots you take." But no, I was terrible at sports. I was more of a theater kid.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah. What was your favorite role, though?
Oh, Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, that's fantastic. I always wanted to play Orin Scrivello.
Oh, you'd be a great Orin.
Perhaps we could have some sort of theater thing.
Yeah, I think if both our lives take a terrible turn of events, we could definitely do a production of Little Shop of
Like a
Horrors.
Paducah Community Theater or something.
Now, let me ask you this. I've got a couple favorite stage plays. Of course, West Side Story. I've actually seen it on Broadway.
Yeah.
If you were in West Side Story, Jet or Shark? Or Maria, whatever.
Well,
you know.
I think these days, based on my race, I would be a Jet.
You think so?
I think if I was a shark, people would be kind of upset.
Yeah.
They'd be upset with whatever makeup I would have to use to fit.
Well, I mean, in the movie, of course, we all know that George Chakiris, Greek, not Puerto Rican.
Well, of course, yeah, right.
Everyone knows that.
When did that movie come out?
Academy Award winner.
Yeah, that's the exact right question.
Ignore the classics. That's fine.
Who did Al Jolson play in that?
Ironically, a white Officer Krupke.
Yeah, they got that one rolled right.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, that's so you guys are comparing theater kid roles.
What was your last role?
My last acting role, the theater role, was Grease. I was Kaniki.
Oh, nice.
In
very
Grease.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that one?
No, I didn't do Grease. We did like weird. We did musicals. Honestly, we should not have. We did Pacific Overtures.
Yeah,
which is it's a Stephen Sondheim musical that should be played by an all Japanese cast.
Yeah,
and I think we had like the director, just to be sensitive, found the one Chinese student out of school and put them in the show, which feels more offensive, honestly. So we did that, Little Shop of Horrors, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
So there's a classic.
Good one.
Classic.
Yeah.
So you sing.
Yeah. I sing.
Don't be coy.
I've only been booked to sing professionally 3 times in my entire life, and they were all for my grandparents' funerals.
Oh, you got one left then, eh?
Yeah, I know. I'm calling it my farewell tour. The doctors say my last show could be any day now.
What song did you sing?
I did. It's a song called "The Cuddles Mary Gave." Very, very sweet song.
Is this a Yiddish thing or?
I think it might be. It might be Irish. I don't even know. It's from a show called A Man of No Importance. I've never done the whole show. Just
the one tune.
Just the one tune.
Okay.
At all 3 of the funerals, the same song?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Did that?
It was a good reminder that my grandparents were in a better place.
No, would anybody complain? I've already seen this show. What the hell? I thought we were going to get a new day. I saw his comedy show. Same thing you did last week.
Hey, when are you going to turn over the act?
Yeah.
When's the new hour?
New material, for God's sake. Are we done insulting our guests? Okay.
We're having fun. We're not.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. So you're let's see, you're from the Greater Maryland area. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I tell you.
High school, college. Did you go to college over there?
I went to the University of Miami for musical theater.
The one in Florida.
The one in Florida. Okay. Miami University is the one in Ohio.
I'm aware of that. We had a news story last year. Remember this? Some guy from I forget where was
like Eastern Europe. Or
yeah, was so excited because
he was going to Miami,
and he arrived in Ohio in the middle.
Real?
Yes,
really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, he applied to the wrong college.
He couldn't believe how cold it was. Yeah, they're both very fine universities.
Yeah, but one has an ocean.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's a theater program at the one in Ohio.
I don't know.
But
sure, I don't know if there was one at University of Miami either.
So you attended a class about as often as I did.
Yeah, I mean, I went, but musical theater degrees, my classes were called things like movement and voice and other things I'd already studied as a baby.
How did your parents feel about paying for that?
They weren't paying enough attention to know what a mistake they were making. And I sold it. I said they had some regular, they had a class called accounting for actors.
Oh.
Which was it was basically regular accounting, but with a focus on negative numbers. The first lesson was how to file for unemployment. It's come in handy.
This is all true. Gianmarco Soresi is our guest. He's a very funny guy.
Do you have a dream role? Something that you'd love to play?
Gosh, I think Salieri and Amadeus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to do a play. And then dream acting role. There's a musical called Falsettos, which is really cool, and I like Marvin.
Okay, cool.
So very obscure, not very fun. That's the dream.
Yeah. That's
too old to do Evan Hansen.
I mean, they tried with that guy in the movie. They whoever played it. Who played it? What's his name?
You got it. Great play, not a good movie.
Well, they tried. I auditioned to play his friend for that movie, and I remember being like, he's supposed to be 18. I'm 35, and I went in for that audition, and then I saw, what's his name?
Ben Platt.
Ben Platt. And then I tried to get him to do it, but he was too old. Yeah. He was too old, and they tried to, and I was like, oh, that's why they had me for the friend. They wanted to make him look young. But they do that a lot with musicals. It takes so long to get that play into a musical, and they try to get the original leads to keep the momentum, and they did that for Rent. They did it for Rent, and everyone was way too old. And that's why for Wicked, thankfully for Wicked, they said, well, it's 20 years. We can't have.
I'm so excited.
I'm nervous. Musicals are hard to make into movies.
That's true.
It's tough. You either nail it or you don't, and you know it the second they start singing. I was in the movie theater for Rent at one of the premieres, and like the second they start singing, you could hear people giggle. And you're like, it feels corny. It's not going to work.
Wow. Now, Pat, you're also an actor. How old are you, Pat? Okay, very good. Maybe you and Gianmarco can.
It was between him and Ben Platt.
My dad's a professor of musical comedy. Taught at Notre Dame and King's College in Wilkes-Barre. Yeah.
Really?
And I grew up with that major also, yes.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. I was Bobby in Company, Stephen Sondheim.
That's a treat.
Had a great role.
Oh, my God.
This is really getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Gay is what I'm looking for. Now, that's fine. What else is happening in the world now, Christy Lee? I see you're sorting papers over there frantically.
Well, no, I was just going to promote that we have a very interesting story about your toilet habits and what doctors are saying now.
Okay.
Stop going.
No, not stop going. We have a marble bust that was sold that could be worth $3 million. It was bought as a doorstop.
Wow.
I hate these stories.
No kidding.
You ever go thrifting and you're looking for stuff and then you go, then you find out somebody bought something for $6.
You know what I hate about that is the smell.
The thrifting?
You walk in there and there's that
smell.
I don't see you in a thrift store.
That's because I don't go to them.
I love thrifting, but yeah, you're right. There's that smell.
The smell of death. Right now, I want to talk about your money.
Yeah.
And a little bit having some fun with it. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football and your favorite sports. A lot of interesting things going on this weekend, of course, in the world of the NFL and everything else that's happening out there.
Like
pick
boxing.
Pick two or more players in any sport and then pick more or less on a projection. You could win up to 100 times your money. Prize Picks even invented flex play, so you can still cash out even if one of your picks doesn't make it. So check out PrizePicks.com. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the code TOM and get a $50 credit instantly when you play $5. That code is TOM on PrizePicks to get a $50 credit instantly for that $5. Don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Have some fun. You must be present in certain states where it's lawful to wager. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and all the details. Find out what's going on in boxing. Tonight's the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Pick if Tyson will land more or less than 42.5 punches.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody's got to count all
I hope he gets 80 right in the face.
Did you see that with the interview with him, Mike Tyson, and that little kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you talk about it? Oh, my gosh.
We haven't talked about it.
When we come back.
About it off the air.
MMA action. Pick if John Jones will have more or less than 40.5 significant strikes. And in football, pick Jordan Love to have more or less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. All this you can do. Have some fun. We'll see you in just a few minutes hanging out with Gianmarco Soresi. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey, Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say? Deep Heel Cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
Screen Door Productions presents
A Day at Fergler's Hardware.
Chris, you're a single guy, right?
I am 37 and single. Nobody plans that. Right? No one's in high school going, I'm just going to wait till the end and see who's left. I'd like to find someone my age, if for no other reason than they would get my references.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Right? You get tired of telling girls who the Black Crows were. And I don't know if you've ever dropped a Fletch reference on a 23-year-old female, but you might as well hand that girl a Ruby Rubik's Cube and a beeper. Because she's just staring at you like, what's a water buffalo? It's hard to even find a single 37-year-old woman, and then when you do, they have a tendency to fall into 3 categories. They're either A, super career-oriented, successful chick, so I'm out. Right? Those girls are looking for a guy that owns a suit. I have a pair of slacks. I don't know where they are. I know I got them because my mom bought them for me, so I had something to wear when people die. I don't know if you've ever shown up to a funeral in jeans, but your mom refuses to let that go.
Yep, I agree.
In my defense, the funeral I showed up to in jeans was for a 94-year-old woman. Not exactly a tragic event. 94 is a solid run.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Go this evening and tomorrow evening. I'll also remind you we're about 15 minutes away from starting Monster Cash, our Halloween-themed giveaway. We're going to theme it for Thanksgiving. It's $1,000 an hour at stake beginning at 9 o'clock. So hang in there. We'll get to it.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here, including Jess Hooker.
Hi.
Jeff Oskey in for Chick McGee today at the Dude Wife Sports Desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin's here. Christy, Ace, Tom.
Hello.
Me, Josh Arnold, and Tom, we're honored to have a terrific guest this morning.
Gianmarco Soresi is here with us. He is a comedian. He's tall and thin, but not that tall.
What do you mean not that tall?
He's 6'4".
He's twice as tall as me.
I see what he's saying.
He was just telling me his buddy working with him is 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's got to be what's his name?
Liam Nelson.
That has to be the tallest guy in comedy.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's it's hard because everyone asks him. Everyone asks him, how tall are you? And he handles it with grace, but God, I go around and I go, how do you do this? Everyone, and they'll do, and he talks about it on stage. They say, oh, I'm sure you get this a lot, but, and it's like societally, it's like a lack of it's almost like we have to learn societally to have that moment of, oh, people probably do this all the time, so I won't. But people only get that first part. People probably do this all the time, so I'm going to as well. And that's a deep problem.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he's having a bad day. I've seen guys will do weird things. They'll want to pick him up. They'll want to fight him. They'll want to fight him.
Right.
I mean, people have just crazy impulses.
Yeah.
So
where does that come from? What's that base instinct of wanting to attack the somebody?
Bizarre.
Yeah.
It must happen to actors. I always wondered how well do you have to know Ned Beatty before you say something about,
No, you don't.
Deliverance.
Yeah.
Or like let's say you're Robert Duvall and you're having breakfast and was the waiter going to say, I love the smell of poached eggs in the morning.
Yes.
Or imagine the "Can you hear me now" guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet he'd give the money back if he could take it.
It's a weird thing. I mean, because of my stand-up act and what we talk about on the show, people come up, I'll be walking, hey, fat ass. It's a weird thing. And they're not trying to be hateful. They're just...
Yeah. They just feel that intimacy with you. They think they're close enough to say that.
But it's very odd.
It is.
One of my first, more viral jokes was and it was an R. Kelly joke, and people come up all the time, and it was about R. Kelly and being a pedophile, and so they come up all the time and they go, "Oh my God, you're the pedophile guy."
Yeah.
Thank you. You could just say pedophile.
Wow, that's your merch, right? The T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm with a pedophile.
Well, I always thought it was weird when fighters, big dudes always had bodyguards with them.
Sure.
I'm like, you're a fighter. I didn't realize how many people try to fight them.
Yeah.
Want to go up to Tyson and start a bar fight with him. That's why he has to have bodyguards.
I remember I saw Mike Tyson when I was a kid at a Toys R Us.
Whoa.
And my dad, God help him, he did the joke. He saw Mike Tyson and covered his ears like, hey. Oh, man. Luckily, he was in a good mood that day.
Oh, he's been in here. Mike Tyson, he's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah, we had Mr. Tyson in here. It was fine. But again, you just wonder how short his fuse can be. This is why many people are hoping tonight, one punch and there's one dead influencer. Our guest is Gianmarco Soresi. On the road, by the way, he's got a bunch of other gigs coming up. I mentioned his helium gigs. He's also going to be at a friend of mine was just telling me his favorite club in the country. Coming up in late November, Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky, coming up Friday the 29th of November, and the 30th for some great live shows in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky. You're also going to be in Addison, Texas, New York, Chicago, a lot of gigs coming up for you, and you'll be at home in November 21st in Washington, D.C., your old home, but you live in New York now.
I live in New York now.
You like the city? Are you in Manhattan, Brooklyn? Where are you?
I was in Harlem for a very long time, and I've been on the Lower East Side for like 4 years now. So I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people talk crap about New York around the country. Sometimes we're kind of like I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I was in this taxi, and he asked me where I was from. I said New York. And I mean, he gasped so loud it almost startled the horse. And he was like, I hear New York is filled with crime. And I was like, I've heard about Chattanooga. Nothing. When my agent said I had a gig in Chattanooga, I Googled what country is Chattanooga in. And then I fired my agent.
So you don't get that New York attitude on us.
Yeah.
We've been through that. We probably should get a couple news stories out of Christy Lee. We had the one about the head that rolled up on shore.
Yes.
And where was that? That was in
Key Biscayne off of
a human head. Just the head.
Barrier Island off of Miami.
They ain't got nobody.
So was it somebody just walking the beach in the morning and it was there?
A worker.
A beach worker.
A beach worker cleaning the beach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky he was
a really big rake.
Lucky he was attentive, because it probably did look like kind of a hairy coconut. He could have just taken those tongs, tossed it in there. That's a weird looking coconut. But yeah, do you think it's some drug deal gone wrong?
I would think.
If they're severing your head, you gotta have a tool for that.
I don't know if anybody requests that as a way to die, like, hey, when I go, chop my head off, throw me in the ocean.
It seems like a cartel move, doesn't it?
Sure it does.
Decapitation seems fairly common, I think.
At sea?
Well, you dump your head somewhere else.
It could have been the whole body, and that's all that's left after the munching.
That could be.
Yeah.
No, but wouldn't it have to
probably start at the toes and work up, right?
Wouldn't it be a clean cut? In theory.
Well, how do we know it wasn't a clean cut? We don't know.
Do you think if you put it to your ear, you can hear the ocean?
That's
I'd like to think he tried that.
They did try to resuscitate it once again, but it didn't work out. What do you got over there?
In California, the authorities arrested 4 people for allegedly staging multiple bear attacks as part of an insurance fraud scheme. In what is dubbed Operation Bear Claw, the California Insurance Department said 4 LA residents allegedly defrauded 3 insurance companies out of nearly $142,000.
You can't have a cop operation name it after a donut.
That's really? Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, they were so successful with Operation Custard Fill.
A separate video submitted to the insurance company showed a bear damaging a Rolls-Royce and 2 Mercedes. Officials noted the footage was captured in the exact same location outside of a residence.
See, there's your first mistake.
What idiot does that?
In other words, if you're going to do separate vehicles, do them in separate places with a separate looking bear.
Yeah, they're doing this dressed in a bear suit. Officials noted the footage was captured in the exact same location, and the department had a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife look at the videos and concluded it was clearly a human in a bear suit.
I want to see these videos.
I know. I like to think that if the bear walks up with a little fountain and opens the door, it just opens like a human.
The other aspect of this that gets me is the cars, which say was a Rolls Royce.
They're all luxury cars and 2 Mercedes, yeah.
And these people are having to do insurance fraud? I mean, if you can afford these cars cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Maybe they can't
afford them.
Can't make the payments, so get Louis to put on the bear suit.
The cost of a full bear suit. Those things cost a lot.
I'd like to think there's 2 ends. Like the 2 people had to play the bear. Like one was the ass end and one was the head. They jumped in the car.
After executing a search warrant, detectives found the bear costume in one of the suspects' home.
All right.
It wasn't me. Hey, what's this? Okay, you got me.
What? I mean, this is talk about amateurs.
That's funny.
The funniest thing, the names of these people, the suspects, Ruben Tamrazian,
I didn't even go
Ararat Cherkanian.
Well, that's
and they're Armenian,
yeah.
except for the last one. One of these words is not like the other. I think you'll like this, John. Vahe Muradakian and Alfalfa Zuckerman. Anyone?
It's not alfalfa.
The last name is Zuckerman. I don't think they're, I'm just saying, I don't think they're Armenian. You see, one of these things is not like the other.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was a great story. How dumb do you have to be to think you're going to get away with that?
I don't know.
How much damage? I wonder how much, if it's your Rolls Royce or your Mercedes, do you want to damage it enough to get, they said, what, $150,000? You're still going to have to ruin the car.
Yeah, but you're thinking like a person who wouldn't dress up as a bear and attack her own car.
I see.
We can't apply that much logic.
I see. Okay. All right. Okay.
I thought they went a little far when they took a crap on the front seat. You would have thought they would.
Does a bear crap in a Rolls Royce?
Okay. More to come. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcast. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
I don't mean to be mean here.
You know what? You can ask me anything. Okay. I'm an open book. Just throw questions at me.
Do you eat kangaroo?
I personally don't. I'm vegan, so I'm one of those folks.
Sure.
How far into the interview did I manage to get that grandstanding in?
It's okay.
No, but kangaroo is a delicious lean meat. People love it down there.
Tom can't eat kangaroo.
No, it makes me jumpy.
Well,
Randy. I pulled that joke out of my pouch. Okay.
Good Lord.
I'm so sorry.
Good Lord indeed, Randy.
I was trying to.
See, this is the thing. You're trying to set me up for gags. I'm just dead bad. I'm now the straight man. I'm playing I'm not the wacky character on the side. I'm just going to set them up, lob you some big balls, and you can knock them out of the park.
Thank you. Our guest is Randy Feltface. Mr. Feltface. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I don't. I'm an only, and I'm like the last of my species.
You're the last of the Feltfaces?
Yeah, I'm a critically endangered species.
Are you on Felt Facebook?
I am on Felt Facebook. I started Felt Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me and Grover. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sometimes he's near and other times.
At Randy Feltface. At Randy Feltface.
At Randy Feltface on all of the socials.
Instagram. I just put him up on Instagram.
TikTok. Are you TikToking?
I'm not TikToking. I'm Instagramming.
Get on the TikToks.
Okay.
We'll make one right after this. We'll just dance around like a couple of boomers trying to get attention.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, okay. Great. Yeah. I'm 44.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
How are you finding your 40s?
I love them, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Like a good mix between being an adult and still identifying as younger than that.
Right. Yeah. You can still get away with, I have no idea where you are, by the way. I'm just looking generally in the studio. Are you finding like you've changed? Have you grown? Have you matured?
I have.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like a fine cheese.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the aroma is there too.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the state aroma of you is an aging cheese.
More sort of a Limburger.
Yes. Finally, I feel seen. Thank you, Randy.
I smell like a gym sock at this point. I've been on tour for so long. I'm literally just a felty. The sweat just seeps into my felt.
The puppet is dancing. I've never been happier.
It's Mr. Feltface to you.
There is Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Willie Griswold. Willie can't speak. He's laughing so hard. Yeah. There's Ace Cosby.
You gotta watch this tonight on YouTube.
I'm Chick McGee. Yes, you can see all this on YouTube. And here is Tom.
Now, where do you find it on YouTube, Ace?
YouTube.com.
Now, I thought we would introduce our guest once again. He is Randy Feltface. Are you self-conscious about not having ears?
I work great on radio.
Okay.
It's literally just me dancing.
Yeah.
Tune in on YouTube. It'll make more sense.
Yeah, sure. No, you probably have trouble hearing me since you don't have any ears.
I do. They're just very small.
Okay.
Really, really tiny.
Yeah, little ears.
Same goes for the nose, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nose.
Okay.
Randy, you don't have a nose. How do you smell?
Terrible. Down. Take it down. Woo. Oh, does that mean I'm officially part of the team now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I did it.
Frigamall Records, the same people that brought you the all-bass Christmas album, Amazing Bass, are proud to present Jimmy Pardo's first solo project, Nothing But Air Bass.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Pardo. You know, there's nothing cooler in rock and roll than the bass. And these songs are so cool, I don't even need a bass.
Hey, hey, what the matter with
So just pick up your air telephone and dial. Beep, 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 beep.
Jimmy Pardo's Nothing But Air Bass. Get yours today.
More increase his salary if we're going to get him to do it right. Art, I know one of your favorite words is yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You've heard and seen the Say Yes to Michigan commercials, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, there's a billboard in Indiana. In fact, there are a lot of them. An Indiana billboard
Yes, there
company
is.
has launched a war between
Yes.
the states by erecting a billboard that says, "Shut up, Art."
Yes. Oh.
No, it says, "Say no to Michigan."
I see.
It says, "Say no to Michigan. Wander Indiana first." Michigan tourism officials are taking the slogan war in stride, but some Michigan residents are not amused. They've even complained to the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. Travel officials in Indiana say they have nothing to do with the billboard. On the other hand, they're not terribly upset about it either. Josephine Hickman, president of the Hoosier Outdoor Advertising Company, admits her billboard design pokes fun at Michigan, but she says there are Say Yes to Michigan signs posted all over northern Indiana, and Hoosiers' feelings are hurt.
Hey, we're a fun place. What can we say?
Elsewhere in the news, Governor Milliken has signed a major supplemental spending bill containing more than $260 million.
For JML News, I'm Art Bishore. No, you're Tom Griswold.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not. Smarties News is brought to you by Auto Glass Specialists in Gaylord, Cadillac, and Iron Mountain. For fast, professional Batoski, it's partly sunny, and 64 JML News time is 7:57.
Tuesday morning, everybody.
Well, Tom, one thing I want to say is, first of all, your dick is bigger than this microphone. Well, is it my turn to talk? Because yours is smaller than this cigarette. So we'll just go from there. Thank you. Got to get some news, Art, so I have to cut short. I got to go in the air in 5 minutes here. Oh, Jackie O. Miss Universe swimsuit competition. Oh, I love her. Suit? Suit. Right. Okay. We had fun on the air here today. Tom is from beautiful Cleveburg. No, Shaker Heights, Ohio. Tom Griswold recently worked in Florida radio, also worked in Petoskey radio right across the way at McDonald Broadcasting. Had a great time and really learned my stuff there. Thanks for the staff, Trish, by the way. Hi to the...
See. Did I get it right? Oh, thank
Soresi.
you. Oh, damn it. See, it's your fault for mentioning Scorsese. Oh, sorry.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom. You didn't have to say anything. Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Chris Dealey at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hey, Joshy.
Pat Godwin's in the Performance Room.
Hey, Josh.
Jeff Oskey at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk.
Hello.
Ace Cosby. Hey. We've got his joke of the day coming up. I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. And there's Tom. Tom, we have a wonderful guest this morning.
Where?
Right over there in the interview loft.
Oh, it's Gianmarco Soresi.
Like to say.
Hi. Hey, Gianmarco. Do you like to be your close friends? Do they call you I don't know, JM or John or Gianmarco? Do they have to do the whole thing?
I don't think we're there yet in our relationship.
No, I'm sure. I mean, it's kind of a handful.
I know, but if I give an inch, I'll never get my name back.
Yeah.
So I went through the phases. Like, you know, in high school I was G, college GM, but then I learned if I do it, then I'll never get it back. So my father and my girlfriend now will call me Gianni sometimes. Gianni.
Okay.
Like Gianni Versace. Oh. So, but they're the only. That's it.
Okay. That's so you know who's.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll call you.
So you can't call him that.
I was just curious. I was kind of wondering.
Not unless you buy him dinner first.
Okay. Now, a couple questions. Don't be. Can you drive a car?
I cannot. I have a license, which is not good because I got it in. I mean, it truly is a failure of the system. Having a license, it means that I parallel parked once in 2004 or something. It's insane that I have a license still.
Yeah, the reason I ask, because I went to college in New York City, and a lot of my buddies there, they couldn't drive or swim. Because they grew up in New York City. Can you swim?
I can swim, but because I grew up in Maryland, I should be able to drive. This is not a New York thing. This is I had a girlfriend in high school, and she drove. She would drive me places, and then she broke. Is nothing worse than being dumped and then needing to ask your ex for a ride home.
Wow. Rare, but brutal. Yeah. I mean, I asked you that. I just had this sort of feeling.
What, that he didn't drive?
Yeah, he gives off that I need a lot.
Useless.
I need a lot of help vibe. Sorry, I don't mean that in a negative way.
It came off negative.
How could that be positive?
Thank you.
You are that vibe. You wander around here needing help constantly.
How many people work for you?
I can't. So anyway, the point is, it's great to see you. So now you mentioned that you have a girlfriend.
I do.
Prior to this, were you using the so-called dating apps? Were you out in that world, or is there one just for theater people? That's for like straight theater people?
I was going to say Grindr. That's no. I never did a lot of the apps. I would go on dates, and then like I would never know how to end the date, so I would just like be polite, and we'd be there for 3 hours, and we'd make fake plans, and it was awful. I don't know, because I went through. I basically like I dated someone in college, and we dated for like 5 years.
Ooh.
And then she broke up with me at a crowded Starbucks in the middle of the day. And I was like, why would you do this here? And she was like, because I didn't want you to make a scene. And I was like, well, then you shouldn't have brought an audience. And this happened in 2012, so it's still a little bit raw. And I think she might be seeing someone else, because I went to her Instagram, and there's this one guy that keeps popping up in all of her honeymoon pictures. I mean, modern technology made breaking up so degrading.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, if you mailed your ex a letter and she never responded, it hurt.
Right.
But at least the mailman never came back with the letter like she read it.
And don't they? Isn't it suggested in all the advice columns that if you're going to do the breakup, do it in a public place? That way you don't get a problem.
I guess. I don't.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the
the
situation.
irony is, you go to a public place to not make a scene, but the only place you can make a scene is in a public place.
Yeah, I see.
Unless you're Eric Bogosian doing something in your own apartment, but you can't.
Yeah, I was just curious. I've occasionally I'll be able to say
Haven't you had to break up with anybody
Yeah, you were broken
before?
up with someone?
Ghosted them to death is what I do. That's my technique.
Avoid.
That's tough.
No, but have you ever been in, like, say, you're at a coffee place and you realize that the people right next to you are on a date for the first time?
I always like it.
I do too. I like to eavesdrop.
I just like seeing it.
You can tell it's one of those app things, and you
can tell how well it's going right away.
Wait, you feel like you can tell what app they met on?
No, that would be fair, but no, I mean, I can
Those
tell.
two men on J-Date, I can tell. I just got a sense.
Tom has no idea what J-Date is.
No, I know what it is. I grew up in Shaker Heights, Ohio.
Oh, okay. I'm
more Jewish than anyone in the world. Based on that. No, I'm aware of that one. And there's plenty of fish.
There's Hinge.
Farmers only.
There's one for farmers.
Mm-hmm. Tinder.
What's Hinge for? Is that some specific?
I think it's just the new date app.
Bumble's the one where the woman has to respond.
Yeah, but it used to be. I'm pretty sure that they've
switched
stopped that because it didn't work. I'm pretty sure that they changed it.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. It wasn't happening. Like not enough guys were getting notified that women were interested.
Yes.
Do they do
I used Bumble for a little bit, and it would be like you'd match and then nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do women, Jess and Christy, do you want to be asked?
I'll answer this.
Well, of course
I'll take the floor.
But do most women want to be asked out as opposed to asking out a guy?
I would do. I don't mind either way. If I'm interested in a guy, then I'm going to approach him. And if he doesn't ask me out, then I'll ask him out. Yeah.
I see. Christy, are you the same?
Yeah, I've never had any problem in that department. I've never been shy. Yeah.
Yeah. But you were never on the apps, were you?
Once.
How'd that go?
Yeah. I was too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. My sister set up an account for me. And she was like, okay, we're going to get your parameters like this, asking the age, interests, all these things. And it was like 4 guys in a 10-mile radius. And I was like, yeah, I'm done here.
I imagine it would be tough to be on a dating app with the last name Hooker.
Yeah,
Bumble would be like, you're not allowed to do this here. That's a different app.
Yeah, and also being on the radio, it kind of is weird, like a semi-public figure, right? I assume.
Well, I was on Match, and I just put my pic. I literally took a picture sitting right here with the Bob and Tom sign right behind me.
Bad idea.
No, because I wasn't going to play the game. I wanted people to know right out.
I imagine guys would go, at least a lot of my female comedian friends, they say that guys always go, oh, I've always thought about doing comedy too. They have to deal with like guys being like, I should do it.
Yeah.
Tell me a joke. Wow, interesting.
Never. When people say tell you a joke outside the context of never do it. You never do it. You have to. They always. I remember once when I was single, I was like going to a club and there was like a woman behind me and we were flirting and she was like, oh, you're a comedian, tell me a joke. And I was like, no. And then eventually she got me to do it. I told the joke and she was like, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It feels corny. It feels weird.
Right.
You have to slip it in naturally.
I always just say, hey, I get paid for that, all right? And that gets a mild laugh, and then we move on.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Maybe we should go with something really racist. Just
well, some of us want to keep working.
I'm just saying, see what shock value does. Okay, so these 3 walk into a
That's
bar.
usually what happens, though, when somebody says, hey, I got it.
You want to hear a joke?
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah. They're usually very offensive. Some kind of religious aspect of it and sodomy in the same thing. How specific do the dating apps get? Is there, you got
Depends
the
on what app.
farmers.
It depends on what app.
Is there one for sort of everything?
Probably.
Yeah.
There's one for famous people. What's that one?
There's Raya.
Oh,
Raya was like an invite only app.
Yeah.
But now even that's like it's faded. You can pay, I think, to join.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah, they all fade.
There's another one too that
Is there one for like widowers only?
I think so, yeah.
I bet so.
Like
Yeah,
she's already dead.com.
Plenty of dirt.
First one croaked.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That'd be good. we're really helping.
Oh God.
I like that there are really specific
I do too.
dating apps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever go on one?
No, I've never done it because they work. And being the commitment phobe I am.
Yeah. I think Luxy is another one that's one of those real high end. I have a friend that has done that one.
There's sugar daddy ones too.
There's sugar
very
daddy.
specific,
Yeah.
that there has to be an age gap between the woman and the man. Yeah.
I'll do crowd work sometimes and you will realize as you're talking to a couple, oh, this is a sugar daddy thing.
It's not a couple at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one for like people with gonorrhea?
I mean, if you're into that, I'm sure you could look it up.
I think that's also
Plenty
a good
of
idea.
gonorrhea.
I think
Plenty of
honest,
scabs.
honest to God, I think there's a herpes dating app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dripple.
There's Fielder. I think Fielder is like the kink one.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All
I think.
How do you spell that?
I think.
Okay, good to know. We'll try to fix the rest of the world's problems in a couple minutes. Right now, I want to remind you about our friends that sponsor that news desk. It's the Silac Insurance Company. Many folks over 50 are going, wait a minute, I've got this job, but when I retire, I'm not going to get paid anymore. I don't get that gold watch and that paycheck, that pension. This is where you want to look into something called an annuity. What's an annuity? We'll find out from the folks at the Silac Insurance Company because they're the annuity experts. They can walk you through how this works. The way it does work, I can tell you a little bit about it. After you retire, you'll still be receiving payments on a regular basis. You don't even have to go to your mailbox. They can do direct deposit. The key is planning this now. So find out what I'm talking about. See if restrictions should apply to you and see if you qualify by going to the Silac Insurance Company at silacins.com. That's the Silac Insurance Company. Once again, silacins.com. Just visit bobandtom.com, and there's a link with Chick McGee himself walking you through all this. So see what I'm talking about, and breathe a little easier knowing that you've got your future all set with an annuity. The Silac Insurance Company. We are hanging out with Gianmarco Soresi. How did I do? Thank you. And we're going to come back with more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, where's my big bowl?
Hey Josh, new orange insoles are in with that deep heel cup. You should see how deep this heel cup is.
Deep heel cup, you say?
What are you doing?
Deep heel cup.
They're for your shoes.
My shoes, you say? Orange insoles come with a deep heel cup and arch support to provide everything you need to keep up with your everyday activities. Orange insoles are great if you work on your feet all day, simply taking on the world. Orange insoles will help you feel better and do more, guaranteed. Get your orange insoles today and step into a world of comfort. OrangeInsoles.com.
Our guest in the studio is comedian Bert Kreischer, and Bert is a veteran of the world of the party. He was voted the #1 party animal in the country by Rolling Stone magazine.
Quite an honor.
Many years ago.
Honor.
Mm-hmm. And you carry the mantle to this day.
Yeah.
You're now I guess you'd be the party animal ex officio with the what is the
party
title?
animal cum laude?
Guru, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Guru to young boys,
Could
probably.
be guru.
Yeah. You'd be good.
Maybe
But
not.
No, you said you have 2 young daughters.
Yeah, which is pointless because I have no advice for little girls.
Do you have advice for young men?
I have tons of advice for young men. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Is this college age men going to?
Well, it's like you have sons, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know all the things. Do you have any girls?
Yes.
Oh, see, and you got nothing to tell a little girl.
Well, so far they're in charge. They know what's going on. So.
Yeah.
I said, I remember the first night we got my daughter, or not got her, but had her, or whatever.
I know.
Right. And she was crying real bad, and the nurse was like, the nurse comes in, and she's, and wrapped up like a joint in a box. I guess that's what they. And the nurse comes in, and that's what I thought it was.
You are a party animal.
She was like, let's. What have you done? I was like, nothing. Mm-hmm. She goes, what are you gonna do? I was like, I put a towel over her face and cut the oxygen in half. I don't know, nothing. And she goes, here's what you do: take her head, put it by your heart, take your pinky, place it on her lower lip, and allow her to draw it in. That'll calm her down. So I do it, and sure enough, as soon as I put it on her lower lip, my daughter draws it in like she's trying to rip the nail off. Just, I'm like, we're stopping this tonight. Yeah. I'm not raising a daughter where that is her coping mechanism.
That's a good point.
Every time she gets a little spook, just, no, thank you. But I was massively unprepared for girls. I just didn't know. I never even listened to women. The only advice I got, and this for boys, you ever get into a fight with a girl? This works every time. I did this with my wife. 12 words. You are right. I am wrong. I love you. Honey, you win. And you squash it. Really? You take her in your arms, you carry her into the bedroom, and you cuddle like a team, like a unified, like a coalition. Scratch her back and let her go to sleep together, happy. She won. And that night while she's sleeping, cut her hair. Not a lot, just a little bit, so you know you won. Great advice for a boy, unapplicable for a girl.
Bert Kreischer's our guest. I'm glad we have this on tape because you're going to be dead very soon, I think.
Yeah, we can use that as evidence, I think.
Yeah, you're going to be wheeled out of your own home in a gurney.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's forever, right? What am I counting the days for? You think guys doing life in prison count the days? I don't think so. You do your time, I'll do mine.
Oh, no, I got out.
You got out?
Yeah. I escaped.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials not to hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
So how about giving Bob and Tom VIP a try? Get the link at bobandtom.com.
The airport has got like magical powers. The airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad and somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. You know, like, can you watch my bag and my kid? Name 8 Jackson, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask, like, where's 32 after 31, because they might not let you take the car, Eventually, I went and asked. I was like, "Hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget." And she goes, "Oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car. So just take that." I should have just taken the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover. And then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Great job, Tom.
Thank you very much.
There. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you for joining us. There's Christy Lee. Hi, and Jess Hooker.
Sorry, I just got a text from my daughter, so it just
Well, tell her you're working. There's Jeff Oskey.
Hello.
You don't text her when she's creating OnlyFans content.
That's right. You're right.
Ace Cosby. Howdy. Pat Godwin's there. I'm Josh Arnold. Tom, we have a wonderful guest this morning.
We are joined by comedian Gianmarco Soresi. And Gianmarco, you've probably noticed that Mr. Oskey over there is wearing a tie suddenly.
Yes.
There's been a little bit of a change. He's got a nice green bow tie on.
Oh, boy.
And there's a reason for that. Would you care to explain it?
Gianmarco, my name's Jeff Oskey. Here at the Bob and Tom Show, we give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskey with what you failed to mention news. Pew, 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 pew.
A guy set a world record for the largest collection of energy drink cans, what you failed to mention, and the largest hole in his stomach. A woman was forced to return a $70,000 engagement ring after a judge ruled in her fiance's favor after she left him when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, you failed to mention, congrats, lady. You're officially a bigger pain in the ass than prostate cancer. For all the flack us fellas get for being real dirtbags, some of you females are real pieces of work yourself. So don't sell yourself short, ladies. We learned a lady walked in on her date, a first date, taking a dump into his hand. Well, you failed to mention a turd in the hand is worth 2 in the bowl. No? Okay.
That old saying.
Yeah, you know that old adage.
Sure.
You're probably unaware of this, Gianmarco, but Tom, every Thanksgiving and Christmas, gets us cookies or pies as a gift.
Very gourmet. Very
nice.
And you have your choice of cookies or pies. On the list this year, a pie called the Chick McGee. I don't even know what's in it, but I don't want to eat it. What you failed to mention, I can think of 3 other people's pies I'd rather eat before I eat Chick McGee's crusty old pie.
Sure, of course. Who
would have the driest pie in here?
Actionable.
Never mind. Okay.
Actionable.
Josh
I'm
moved
on hormone replacement. Don't look at me.
You got my glasses fogged up, Christy. Josh moved up his official date to start watching holiday Hallmark movies. We also learned that Josh doesn't like hyphenated names.
Oh, yes.
What you failed to mention, so if I called you a big pussy, would big pussy be hyphenated? What about disappointed father? No? Okay. We learned about bioluminescent sea slugs. They glow at night. Well, you failed to mention that will help me get them on my hook when I'm fishing. Fishing? Okay.
You read that like you didn't write it.
You did.
I know. Well, what's funny, it's not, no one cares. I pulled up the wrong one.
Oh, this isn't the right failed to mention?
Yeah, I wrote some better jokes. No, I didn't.
Good acting.
And finally, thank God, Gianmarco, someone donated what they thought were doorknobs to a charity. Turned out to be butt plugs.
True.
What you failed to mention, they'll work on either of your back doors.
There you go.
I'm Jeff Zoske, and that was the news that I failed to mention.
Very good. Thank you very much. All true stories. We have a couple more we got to get out of Chris Lee, but I want to remind everybody that Greg Hahn and Willie G tonight, Dubuque, Iowa, at the Mississippi Moon Bar and the Diamond Joe Casino for some great live comedy. And then Greg Hahn and Willie G, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the Olympic Theater on Saturday night. How about that? Let's see now. We've got Christy over there. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. Have we missed anything?
Yes, we were talking about this off the air. Waymo has opened its robo-taxi service to anyone who wants a ride around Los Angeles. The expansion comes after 8 months where Waymo began offering rides in LA to a limited group of passengers chosen from a waiting list that had ballooned to more than 300,000 people.
Jeff, did you do this in San Francisco?
Yes, he did.
Was it a Waymo?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Now, anyone with the Waymo One smartphone app will be able to request a ride in a self-driving taxi around an 80-square-mile territory within the city. Waymo's robot taxis have driven more than 20 million fully autonomous miles and provided more than 2 million rides to passengers without encountering a serious accident that resulted in its operations being sidelined.
However, there is a voice that'll come over the speaker sighing disappointedly if you tell them you live in the valley. That's for you, Los Angeles.
Was it scary?
No. It wasn't. It never got up over like 40 miles an hour. The scariest part, when I got in, I did roll down my window because my big fear was it was just going to drive into the ocean. Yeah. So I wanted to be able to swim out.
Sure.
But no, I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Did you tip?
No, that's the best part. You don't have to tip or talk to anyone. So... Wow. I loved it.
Man, in L.A., though, you'd be just sitting in traffic for...
To make it realistic, do they have it smell like a foreign lunch?
A foreign lunch?
Yeah, thank you. See him rubbing his eyes, our guest?
Oh, come on. You've ever been in a cab in New York?
Yes.
What the hell is that? What did you...
Tell you, in L.A., it's mostly just unemployed actors.
That's true.
That's true.
Wow.
Speaking of New York, or were you not done?
I'm trying to think about my last cab ride. Do they have the TVs blaring the...
Well, no, that's the best part. You pick your own music to put on. Like, your phone's connected, so you pick the lighting inside, you pick the air conditioning.
You don't have Jimmy Fallon screaming at you?
No, thank goodness. But all of that, you can adjust the color of the inside lights. You can adjust the temperature for all the zones.
Can you ask a disembodied voice to tell you any conspiracy theory about contemporary culture?
There's a button you can press for that, like if you want to chatter. No, it's great. No one talks to you.
Did you feel like when you were in it that, this is the future? This is what we are all going to be doing this.
Yeah, and I was in San Francisco, so if it can navigate through San Francisco's streets, I think it would work in any town.
Do they work in towns where it snows?
Well, they haven't done that yet, have they?
Right. I think there's.
I mean, to me, that's going to be the problem, right?
New York will be the biggest test, I would think.
Now, I did have this problem. I had the window rolled down, and my friend who lived there, she's like, don't roll down your window. People here will spit on you.
Good Lord.
Because they hate these Waymos. And they will. They'll just walk right in front because it automatically has to stop. So if someone wants to cross the street and they see a Waymo coming, they just cross the street because the car just will jerk stop.
Oh.
So they'll deliberately jump out in front of your car to mess with you.
I know a friend of mine took one. It was really authentic. He was in New York, and it took him to JFK via New Jersey from 116th and Broadway. I think they were trying to run up the bill. I don't know. He went over the GW Bridge twice. What the hell?
But do they charge you like that? Do they charge you by the minute you're in, or do they charge you like Uber does? Like I'm going to go.
You know your charge ahead of time.
Okay.
It's
How do you know?
You want to take this? It's going to be $42.
So do you call them with your phone?
Yeah.
And then how do you know it's yours when they pull up?
Because it pulls up right in front of you.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to.
It's yours because there's no driver in the front seat.
Dude,
no, but I mean, like with Uber, I've got to lean in and go. You know,
if you come out of a,
are you Felipe? And then
you come out of a Giants game.
Well, no, you have so you when it pulls up, you hit. It says you've arrived, and you hit a button, and then the doors unlock.
Oh,
so you know that's yours to get into.
Yeah. I am seeing there's going to have to be a scene in a movie real soon where someone's in one of these. Click, and they've hacked it, and it takes you to the place you're being kidnapped to.
Right, that's why I rolled down my window.
Every time, because in LA also, like for DoorDash, they have the robots, like a little robot box that'll bring you the food. And I always feel like I'm in a flashback of like an apocalyptic movie. And like right as that robot's about to like kill me for not making my monthly Elon Musk tribute. Like I remember when he brought me a shumami salad from Sweet Green. And I'm like, oh, I should have known. I should have known.
Wow. Now, is there a competitor to Waymo, or are they the only one out there?
That was the only one. No, there were some Google cars driving around too.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Are the Google Maps cars driverless?
No, I believe they have drivers.
I think Uber is partnering up with Waymo, I believe, and then Tesla's trying to make their own thing.
Right.
But once the problem is it hits one person and everyone goes, well, nix it, it's over.
Right.
And also there's a lot of jobs. We're talking about a lot of people losing their livelihood.
Right.
Yeah. Many of my actor friends.
Yeah.
Yes, and people who make ethnic lunches.
Tom, please.
Speaking of that,
you said foreign lunches.
I thought ethnic was somewhat more insulting.
we can tie both of these stories together a bit. A New York City restaurant is serving grilled guinea pig now.
No kidding.
La Casa del Coy, which translates to House of Guinea Pig, imports the rodents from Ecuador and grills them whole on skewers.
Do they?
On a skewer?
I thought they were served in a wheel.
Wow.
Manager Lucio Barrera told the New York Post it's better than chicken and better than rabbit. He added that he eats, it's C-U-Y. I don't know how, Quai? I don't know how you would pronounce that. C-U-Y.
Oh, that's the guinea pig meat?
Yeah. Every day, and the head is the best part.
The head?
Do they shave them? Or does the hair burn off?
No, they skin them the same way they would skin a rabbit. Yeah.
And if you eat the head, is it skull and all? If you're just crunching on it?
No.
What would you pay to eat a guinea pig?
$20.
$40.
I'd borrow money and date a nice girl.
They sell for $110 each.
Not at PetSmart. I can get you one for $40.
Yeah, what are you talking? Boy, guinea pigs are $40?
They're selling so many guinea pigs that importing enough of them is becoming a challenge, according to Mr. Barrera.
I have a question.
Yes.
Please take this the wrong way. Would that be considered eating pork?
No, not a guinea.
No. But I like that question. Pig.
Yeah, guinea pig.
Guinea pig. It's not a pig, though.
So you could have a kosher guinea pig.
She's right. It's a rodent.
No, he's making a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, but let me tell you,
pork. I made a joke that no one laughed at or liked.
My girlfriend used to be kosher, and even she's not kosher anymore. But that doesn't mean she's going to guinea pig.
Right.
I mean, I think because part of it, if you are kosher, you're just not used to other textures in general. You're not like very dairy. Like I've tried. I got her to do an oyster. But she won't do bacon. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's brutal. My girlfriend, she's kosher, She's got the cilantro gene.
I do too.
That cilantro gene. That's where you pretend cilantro tastes like soap for attention.
That is so true.
Yeah.
I mean, from a big picture standpoint, one can't really argue that eating guinea pig is weird or wrong.
I told
it's
you
just a cultural thing.
In Mexico, it's a thing. The Mayan tradition is to have guinea pigs in your kitchen in a pit, and that's where they raise them and eat them.
Fresh.
But and it'd be hard for us to do it just because, culturally, it's the same thing with people who eat, forgive me, dog.
Yes.
But that's being phased out in South Korea. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah. Food has been phased out in North Korea.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so sorry. Yeah, I don't
try it, but if I'm going to try guinea pig, I'm gonna do it not right off the carcass.
Skewer?
Yeah, I don't eat cow that way either. I'd like it in a nice little Buddha bowl or something.
I mean, it's no different than a rotisserie chicken.
I know it is. I'm just saying, but culturally, I think it'd be if you came in here and served us tacos. Go, how do you guys like the tacos? These are great. What are they? Guinea pig.
Yeah.
There'd be a spit take.
Right. We did the beef tongue tacos.
those are good.
Those were
they're
fine.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, but I did present the tongue as the entire tongue before I shredded it. Yeah. It was intense. Yeah.
Yeah, it just grossed me out.
You saw the taste buds and everything.
I've tried pig ears. I think in Spain I had pig ears. That was tough.
Was it? I'd heard they were delicious, but
my dogs love those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They had 2 last night.
They're dogs.
Really? Yeah, they usually come in pairs.
Oh yeah.
Unless you get the fancy Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Or they really like to go for the Van Huff. I'd like the Van Huff dog eaters. Now, I don't know. You think you want to try to cook a guinea pig?
Yeah, I'll do it.
No.
I'll absolutely do it.
You'd probably have to get one frozen and shipped from there because I don't think you can go to PetSmart and get one and.
Yeah, I think those.
You couldn't butcher it,
No,
could
I
you?
need a free range guinea pig.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want farm raised from PetSmart.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, that'd be. Can you imagine if you worked at PetSmart, let's just say,
Yeah.
and some guy kept coming in every couple of weeks and getting guinea pigs? You're thinking, this guy really must love guinea pigs.
Either he owns a snake.
Right.
Well, if they're getting $110 a pig, I'm going to start grilling up guinea pigs. I'm going to be the PetSmart guy.
Yeah.
No kidding.
We're going to start a food truck.
I think that your kid has a guinea pig and the guinea pig dies. You say, bad news, guinea pig's dead. Good news, we have enough money to buy 2 more.
Guinea pig to go. You can get your food truck.
There you go.
Do they serve it with like a little tiny apple in its mouth?
They wrap them in biscuits and call them guinea pigs in a blanket.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's interesting. Right now, I want to say hello to my friends at Simply Safe. Mr. McGee started on this many, many years ago. If you're worried about the safety of your home and family, well, this is the time to act. And Simply Safe, you can install it yourself. I believe, Miss Lee, you just recently installed it yourself.
Sure did. Yeah, we have a great safe home now, thanks to Simply Safe.
And the chick has gone crazy. He has
9 cameras now?
I thought he had 11.
11.
You could have just ended with chick has gone crazy.
Oh, okay. Now tell me more, Christy Lee.
There are no long-term contracts, no cancellation fees, and costs about $1 a day for all of the protection, like the Active Guard outdoor protection, which changes the game by preventing crime before it even happens, because if somebody happens to be lurking around in your yard, well, agents will see them in real time and be able to talk to them. Hey, get off their property. I can hear it now. They'll set off spotlights, even call the police for you. Plus, they have a new way to protect your home that stops intruders inside your house as well. If they happen to get in, they can yell at them once they're in the house. And guess what? For you Bob and Tom listeners, Simply Safe is giving you 60% off today. Just by visiting simplysafetom.com, they're offering Bob and Tom Show listeners exclusive early access to their Black Friday sale at Simply Safe. This week only, 60% off any new system with a select professional monitoring plan. This is their best offer of the year, so don't wait. Head to simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com, because there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. We're hanging out with our guest, who is going to be hanging out perhaps with you, should you go see him live and in person, maybe in Lexington, Kentucky, or in Indy or in Washington, D.C.
Or in Chicago.
I'll tell you where and when in a minute. I also want to say, don't forget Greg Hahn and Willie G. Dubuque, Iowa, Mississippi Moon Bar tonight at the Diamond Joe Casino. And then Cedar Rapids, Iowa tomorrow at the beautiful Olympic Theater. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I think it'd be hard to learn the banjo by yourself.
Yeah,
I think that would be the only way to learn the banjo.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh!
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I took his banjo.
We need some sound, Nino. The amazing Pat Godwin. Ladies and
Never
gentlemen.
ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Here we go.
Totally knew the answer.
Do it
I knew
again.
the answer.
No,
That's
do it
why I
again.
knew not to ask.
Trust me, there's no one laughing harder than my dad right now.
If he were able to laugh, but he can't because he's dead.
I would think.
So how'd you come by that how'd you come by that banjo again, Josh?
Well, my dad died, and it was just laying there. So I thought, well, instead of throwing it away, maybe I'll go ahead and take it.
Did your dad play?
He did when he was younger, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he did when he was alive.
That's the joke.
There you go, Joshy.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Okay, well, once again, Clayton Anderson, this is called In the Dark. Okay, great, go for it.
All right.
My baby's got a little secret. She knows I know how to keep it. Ain't trying to tell nobody. She likes it a little bit naughty. She don't mind giving up those kisses. That ain't nobody's business. She's down anytime as long as I keep it in the dark. With her lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. And she only lets me love her in the dark. Yeah, she only lets me love her in the dark. Might sound scandalous, but that's how I handle it. 'Cause I know she's mine on mine, just as long as I keep it in the dark. With her lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. Hey! This is Pat's solo time right here.
This is me on the guitar, thank you.
So I don't even know. Every guy wanna take her home. That ain't what's going on. No, no, no. She's right here by my side. Going home with me tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She likes to keep it in the dark. With her lights down low. Nothing but her high heels. Talking about a smoke show. She got my number. We keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. With her lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark.
Yes, sir. Wow. How good is that?
Back down to Bedford.
Clayton Anderson, that's great.
That's a hit.
Really cool.
Yes.
That song is a hit.
Okay, now, Pat is going to remove her wig. Go ahead, Pat. Can you see it? We're taking a little video.
Well, let Miss Pat put a hat on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you yanked it right off. There
Is that clipped on? Oh, no, you've got like a yarmulke. Wait a minute.
That's
a skull cap to hold the wig on.
Looks kind of like
so
a
it don't
yarmulke.
fly off in the wig, Tom.
See, we're already down to the skull on your head, so we don't give you a skull
Miss
cap.
Pat is now going to place her wig on my head.
Go.
That's really tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, geez.
Let me do it. Don't mess up my wig, Tom.
You've got a giant melon.
Are you supposed
Tom.
to cover
I
my
had no
ears?
idea.
Yeah, for a minute. Wait a minute, Tom. I got this.
Ow!
Let the listeners know out there that there are about 30 cameras right now
You're really hurting my ear.
Let me make sure it's styled right.
trained on Tom.
Do I have bangs? I just want to have.
You look like Weird Al Yankovic.
Chick, describe how do I look? I can't see.
You have a very dark, curly-haired wig on your head, and with your pale skin, you kind of look like
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Not Denzel?
No.
Not Denzel in Flight?
You're a little too light.
You remind me of Tommy Lee
Just
Jones.
because you
in
have
Lincoln.
dark hair does not make you a black man.
The 13th Amendment will.
Didn't Tommy Lee Jones have the black wife? Oh, yes.
You're giving up. Don't give
That's
away
right.
the movie.
They already won the Oscar. You sure do, Tom. You need a sister in your bedroom, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
That's what you need.
I was
Tom.
hoping for Denzel, and I've got.
You look like,
You don't look like
you look like a
Denzel.
slave owner.
Christy hit it on the nose. You do look like Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Did you hear what she just said?
No.
He looked like a slave owner.
I look like a slave owner.
That was for me today, Tom.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
It'd be very uncomfortable.
Does it really?
Yeah. As
Well,
far as I know that. Never mind. We'll just move forward.
Miss Pat could be your Sally Hemings. How about that?
Green bean casserole. The word is cash. Log it on to Q95.com right now and stop arguing with me. I told you to do it.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you so much for being here with us. Christy, Jess Hooker, Jeff Oskey, Ace. Oh my gosh, we have a special Ace treat.
Yeah.
I guess I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, you start warming up your pipes over there. I've got to ask our guest a couple. Gianmarco Soresi is also a podcaster.
Yes.
And I love the description of your podcast. A lifelong cynic, Gianmarco interviews people more famous than him about all the downsides of their lives. This sounds really familiar. If you are looking on the bright side of life, this is not for you. It's called The Downside with Gianmarco Soresi. This sounds great. We'll stick a link up to this. It sounds like fun.
Thank you, yeah.
Sounds great. And you're also an actor. We didn't really talk much about that, but
I know no one's talking about it these days.
you said you just did something. I didn't. What was it again?
Well, I had an audition many years ago for Game of Thrones, and I remember I walked in the room. I was ready to go, and the director said to me, "First, we need to see you in your underwear." Which is not what I was expecting, so I put my underwear back on. I've been an actor. I mean, longer than I've been a comedian. I've shared the stage with some people who have gone on to become huge real estate agents. I had one small part in Law and Order. I played Ice-T's waiter.
Oh,
and. To prepare for the role, I actually became a waiter for 12 years.
You're a method.
Very method. I'm the Daniel Day-Lewis of Applebee's.
That is great. That is great. You are a schooled comedian and actor. I recognize that. However, as I often say, even Tiger Woods at the peak of his career had a swing coach to help him with his thing. So to help you in the art of telling jokes, we have Ace here with a very special segment we like to call
Who's that deep voice? Very deep. Here he is with his joke of the day.
Oh, Jeff, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. Try to get it. He's
who is green, short, and plays the cello?
Who's green, short, and plays the cello?
Yo da.
Yo-yo-da.
There you go. Yeah, you can use that one.
Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Shop early, save 50% off gifts from Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code BTS for an extra $30 off. Minimum purchase may apply. Omaha Steaks.
All right. And don't forget, I'm the Comedy Off Broadway, November 29th and 30th. It's going to be Gianmarco's at that great venue, Comedy Off Broadway.
After Thanksgiving. Good.
Lots of other
party.
stops. You're going to the home front, Washington, D.C., coming up in late November. Now, will your family come see you?
It depends. They'll definitely say that they're coming.
No, is there any aspects of your performance that might be awkward to say in front of your parents?
But I do it anyway. I feel like it's my right to say whatever I want about my family, given that I had to be in that home for so long. But I talk a lot about my family because it's my parents. They got divorced when I was 7 days old.
Wow.
So like most kids, my first word was mama, but my next 5 were told me to tell you.
Wow.
You know, I talk a lot because they fought. My parents, they blamed each other for everything. Like even if I did something wrong, like if I knocked over a glass of milk, my dad, he wouldn't say you're clumsy. He'd say you have your mom's original nose.
Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about your grandparents coming, except the one.
Oh my God!
I guess.
Sure. I mean, it's. I never met my dad's dad, which is a tradition I hope to continue with my son.
Time now to give everybody a lesson here, including Gianmarco, in a little bit of a history lesson. We like to do this every day.
I'm down for a little bit of a history lesson. Every day.
What's today's date? I don't even know.
November 15th.
Okay, I got to look for this thing. Okay, November 15th, today in history. This is going to be fresh to you, too, and me. This is interesting. In 1492...
We sailed the ocean blue.
Christopher Columbus made the first recorded reference to what?
Florida.
Maize.
Close.
Cuba.
I don't know.
Tobacco.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, that's super interesting. I guess he wrote a note, and he said tobacco is the future.
I bet he said Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Wow. With instructions on how to roll it.
Yeah.
And even menthol, apparently. It was much cooler. Let's see. Here's an easy one. I'll give you this one, Miss Hooker.
Thanks, Tom.
In 1904.
Hey, dummy.
Yeah.
You think you can get this?
Here, idiot.
Mr. I love this guy's first name was King.
His first name, okay.
First name, seriously.
Okay.
King C. Gillette patented what?
It's always the razors.
Right,
You know,
what
he
is-
gives me these razor ones all the time.
Maybe that's a hint.
Oh my
Get rid of that. Maybe get rid of the stash. Yeah, the razor, of course. Okay, this is.
Just don't listen to him. You can hardly see it.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. You let me know when it's time.
Okay, this is another easy one. I'm going to give it to you again, Miss Hooker. In 1969, this gentleman opened Wendy's Hamburgers in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, Mike Thomas.
No, close.
Close. Dave Thomas.
Okay.
Dave Thomas, not the comedian. Okay, well, I'll give you one. I know you'll get this one.
Okay.
1986, the Beastie Boys released their debut album entitled
Oh, I don't know.
James Bond was your hint.
James Bond was, I don't know.
Not licensed to kill, but licensed to...
I don't know.
Licensed to ill.
I didn't know that.
Get it?
So sorry.
It was awesome. It folded out and there was an airplane and then the next side it crashed into a cliff.
Yeah. I love it.
Gianmarco, what a great pleasure.
Yeah.
You're so funny. I'm so happy that you stopped by. Please come by again. This is the Bob and Tom Show.